Welcome to episode 99 of the PACT Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bruiser Carter, joined today by some family and friends. We got Cut Carter. We got Johnny Mars.
Yeah.
And we got Demond, guys.
Good, man. Thank you.
Gentlemen, how are you guys doing, man?
Good, man.
Good, man. Thanks for having me back on.
Oh, you're always welcome. You're always welcome.
Sabbatical.
Look, back. I got you. Understand. I'm good. Thanks for asking. You know what I'm saying? Pack hoodie. Go get that merch at packbrand.net. How you doing, John?
I'm great, man. You know, Nike.com. But the yellow looks good on you. Not gonna cap, man. You know,
Appreciate that. Some people tell me purple look good on me too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Who are these people?
Don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing, Demond, so I can't let you tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Where would you guys like to start? I was thinking basketball.
I think basketball.
All right.
My Brooklyn Nets colors on, man.
Oh wow. Brooklyn Nets black and white. Come on, grow up. Before we get there, I would like to say rest in peace to DMX. On last week on the podcast, there was an update on his health, but unfortunately he did not make it through. Also, I want to say rest in peace to DMX. Also, want to say rest in peace to the LSU student Corey Gaudier. Am I saying her last name right there?
Corey Gaither. I think it's Gaither.
Gaither. All right. I want to say rest in peace to her. That story was sad. And it was just heartbreaking to see that it didn't. And I wind up the way that most of us will hope for. Also, I want to say rest in peace to I know it's so many rest in peace. The 20-year-old in Minnesota, I forgot his name. I hope you guys got me. That was shot and killed by the police.
DeAndre Wright, I think.
Deontay
Wright.
Deontay
Wright.
Yeah.
Dante Wright was shot and killed by the police. And also news today, they said in Chicago, a 13-year-old was killed by the police as well. And that story is starting to unfold as we speak after the mayor of Chicago did a press conference. So just prayers and condolences go out to all of their families that's going through these troubling times. Here at the podcast, we want you to highlight that we care, we support, and we're sending our thoughts and prayers your way. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Condolences. Also, want to say rest in peace to our Uncle Dookie as well. Our great uncle, yeah.
And everybody. All right. To get into basketball, not as somber as what we just talked about, but LaMarcus Aldrige decided to walk away from the game of basketball today due to a heart condition, which just doesn't allow him to play at a high level as LaMarcus. We're used to LaMarcus Aldrige playing. Before we talk about, I know there's a little debate going on with us talking about is he going to Hall of Fame or not, or things like that. But I want to hear you guys' best LaMarcus Aldrige moment that he gave you guys in basketball.
Ooh.
Man, I remember him distinctively giving 50 out a couple of times. Definitely with Portland. I think just like my favorite moment is the season that Dame was going crazy in the playoffs when he was young and LA was backing him up with Chandler. Not Chandler. Yeah, like that five with Wesley Matthews. That five was just like a dominant team in the Western Conference. I think they were like the beginning of new age basketball, of putting up a lot of points, and he was a part of that. So them sitting home, the Rockets that year, like 2012, when LA was there, and them having that serious run in the playoffs before ultimately, I think, losing to the Thunder. But just like the moments he created in Portland, him as a Spur, obviously, I'm not as excited. The Spurs organization is, like we know that's how basketball traditionally, but Portland, like putting up the points and records, like, and rebounds, honestly, as well, like double-doubles viciously being known on the court as a presence. I think LA just really solidified his greatness in Portland, and then they continue to San Antonio, a great organization with a great coach. And obviously, I think Hall of Fame could be a conversation for him, but rings do matter, unfortunately. And, LA did what he had to do, however, to help any team he was on. And if you didn't use him right, unfortunately, then, maybe that's a GM issue and not an LA issue, because he always produced and always showed up to play. And hopefully he's really healthy and well, though, for real, in the after basketball career, because that is a reason to leave basketball. It wasn't a normal reason. it happens a lot of times, but hopefully his heart is able to continue to get him, right. Yeah, that's it.
I could say for me, my favorite moment of his career, it wasn't even the Portland days. It was when he was with Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs going at it with the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. After quite unfortunate injury in the conference finals, just him by himself trying his best to lead that team when their best player got hurt. And it's something you appreciate with his game. He always needed another star to complement his game, whether that be DeRozan, Dame, or Kawhi Leonard. So he was a baller. He was a hooper. We're going to talk about Hall of Fame soon, but Damon, Cut, what you guys think your favorite moment from LaMarcus Aldrige?
Piggybacking off John, in particular, the first game they played the Rockets in that series, he put up 45, I think, in 13, 15, something like that. And they beat the Rockets game one, this James Harden, Dwight Howard duo. I mean, and we all know how Dame gamed them that series, but it's just crazy to think about the numbers he put up and the style of play that he continued to play up until, unfortunately, his retirement. But you just saw what he brought to the Nets his first game. He commands the double on the block. And, that's the type of player he's been for his whole career. And he hasn't been doing it, as quite as a high level as he was one of the best post players. And now he's, that part of his game hadn't faded. But it's just unfortunate. Hopefully, as I predicted, the Nets will be able to win the championship and get him that elusive title. He will still get, that recognition. So hopefully the Nets finish the job. They now are playing for LaMarcus, so that's a good rep. But if I had to say one standout moment, it would be that 40-point performance in Game 1. Portland won their first series in what your boy say, Brew? 13 years?
13 years.
Yeah, I agree with Damon. He had 46. I remember that game. And Dame had like 30. And that's when Dame was coming on, and that's when he was not say he was on his way out, but that's when he was like in his peak. Like that was when he was at his best. So I remember that part. And then, I just remember, I don't necessarily remember the games. I just remember him in the post and him doing that like, it's like a little, it's like the shimmy a little bit, but he could hook it or he could shoot it, and he could or he could pull up mid range. So that was kind of the highlights for me with LaMarcus Aldrige. I feel like that Blazers organ. Everybody that come through there end up retiring early.
Shout out my boy Brandon Roy.
Yeah, shout out Brandon Roy.
Shout out Dame breaking the
Dame might hopefully break the curse. Dame retired before 35. I'm gonna cry.
Got you. Jace, are you here today?
Yeah, man. I just got off of work.
What is your because LaMarcus Aldrige retired today. What was your favorite LaMarcus Aldrige moment, if you have any?
I remember him putting up like 50 plus points against the Thunder one year. I don't remember the exact date or game, but I remember it was just a Thunder. And it was like 50 plus. It was just, going crazy. So very unfortunate that he had to deal with some heart problems later on in his career. I don't know. Did this just happen out of nowhere, or like has this been a recurring thing, or is this just like out of the blue?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure he was doing the physical, probably something didn't feel right. I don't want to speculate or nothing, but I think it might have been something lingering. He thought he could possibly play through, but it ended up the doctors told him you can't do this, something like that along those lines.
Right. I mean, in my opinion, it's a Hall of Fame career. There's a lot of people in the Hall of Fame that have done less than him that are in the Hall of Fame. So I don't see why he wouldn't go in the Hall of Fame.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right, Jace. He's giving us a transition. Is there any more memorable moments for LaMarcus Aldrige before we talk about should he be a Hall of Famer? All right, Damon, you start first. Is LaMarcus Aldrige Naismith basketball should he be in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame?
I'm glad you said it just so we can get it out there so Derek doesn't interrupt anybody. Make sure that it's not NBA Hall of Fame, it's Basketball Hall of Fame. So for Derek.
Shut up, John, which is why I added you earlier in the chat with everybody else, because these two think that he wouldn't be in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, they're two different classifications of the Hall of Fame. I think he'd be in Naismith for sure. A lot of people are in the Basketball Hall of Fame, like the general Basketball Hall of Fame. Like, yeah, he would definitely go in there. But NBA Hall of Fame, I think.
NBA don't have a Hall of Fame.
Oh, for real?
No.
Stop you, John, because you're about to get him back.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, but even if it's NBA, you look up his numbers, he's top. He's like only one of the 10 players to ever have over 19,000 points and 7,000 rebounds or something like that. Like,
should numbers be the reason you go to the Hall of Fame? Should it be
numbers should?
Numbers?
You said should numbers be the reason?
I need a little bit more. Like
what? What you need more? It's
no Western Conference Finals appearances.
That's a team accolade.
Okay, but great players are so transcendent.
No.
He made the Western Conference Finals.
Hey, did Dominique Wilkins ever go to the Eastern Conference Finals?
No, maybe once, and he got their ass whooped. That's what I'm saying. No.
Maybe I'm thinking that the requirement should be stronger, more strenuous.
Why would rings and all that and appearances matter? Chris Paul doesn't have a finals appearance. Chris Paul doesn't have a conference finals appearance. Yes, he's a Hall of Famer. It's a no-brainer. What?
He does have a conference finals appearance. I just wanted to get you right.
No, he doesn't.
I thought the Hornets went. The Lakers.
We never went. I know we never went. And with the Rockets, they lost. That was not the finals.
That was the Western. Okay.
That was not the conference
finals.
That was the conference finals with Chris Paul?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, when he got hurt.
I feel like I thought that was the game before.
Wait.
They faced each other twice. One was a semifinal and one was in the conference finals.
I thought it was a semifinal. I didn't know about the conference finals. I forgot about it, but okay.
Yeah, that was the one. That's the one Chris Paul got hurt.
And LaMarcus Aldrige has the same accomplishment. Both been to one.
Are we comparing Chris Paul and LaMarcus Aldrige?
They both gonna be Hall of Famers, so yes.
No.
John, what you think, man? Do you think LaMarcus Aldrige will be?
But you're trying to use conference finals as a what?
I mean, that's the only thing you don't have, the conference finals in the ring. Like, what else do you want from him?
I mean, how else am I supposed to consider his career?
I mean, he's been all NBA before.
All NBA 5 times.
So winning doesn't.
People don't make all NBA once. 5.
So winning doesn't matter.
No, not for that. It's a Hall of Fame for an individual person.
Gotcha.
John, what you think? Let John
There's
go.
people in the Hall of Fame that have literally gone because of their numbers individually.
Steve Nash.
Because of their team success.
2 MVPs.
Oh my God. That's an individual stat. You just said, doesn't it need to be more?
In LA. But
LA,
LA,
I go to the
And he got it over, and he got that one of those MVPs over Kobe when he shouldn't have. But I'm not gonna get into that. But
that's very true.
John,
that's a very valid point.
John, please, John. Floor is yours.
I mean, like I said, there are several people in the NBA Hall of Fame, or the Naismith Hall of Fame that have gone statistically because of individually. What have they done? But LA has some, worthy accomplishments that could be brought to conversation. Whether he goes sooner or later will be probably the more accurate conversation. Because, I think he spoke well enough. Because people who vote him in, these are people that are going to have these conversations and say, should he go? And I think they're going to have, some of the talking points that we brought up to use. And eventually they'll come to a decision. Like I said, it'll probably be more like later than sooner. But he is a Hall of Famer to me. And you can look at other people who have gone and say how they've gotten there similarly to what LA have done. So
LaMarcus Aldrige is a 7-time NBA All-Star, 2-time All-NBA second team, 3-time All-NBA third team. He was All-Rookie first team in 2007 in his NBA career. He was a McDonald's All-American coming out of high school, Big 12 All-Defensive Team, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Big 12, and third team All-American while he was in college. Those are his notable career highlights and awards. I don't know. Maybe just
we counting like college too.
That's what they do in the Basketball Hall of Fame. They count either collegiate stats. But my thing, I guess I thought like the rules of the Hall of Fame would just be more strict because a lot of players go crazy in college and they go crazy in the NBA and go crazy in high school. So I think, and I'm not familiar with the Basketball Hall of Fame, but I just thought it would be more stricter and be more limited than them allowing people to go in. It's like the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame, how it's hard for you to get in there. We're gonna talk about that a little later, but I thought it would be more stricter on the rules.
I see what you're saying, because like if that's the case, I feel like if that's the case, then they'll probably put John Wall in the Hall of Fame right now. As of right now, like if we're going off college and high school, even though he didn't do that, like he's not living up to par like how he was in college and high school. But that's because of injuries. Like
His
he was still
NBA
going to Hall of
numbers
Fame though
actually-
because of his college, high school.
What you said there?
Huh?
His NBA numbers actually aren't that bad. They're like,
No, they're not that bad, but like, are we really gonna put John Wall in the Hall of Fame though?
I think he'll be a Hall of Famer.
He would be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, like
Oh, geez.
You can try to say Kyle Lowry is a Hall of Famer because he's the best Raptor ever. John Wall is the best Wizard ever. I feel like.
I mean, Kyle Lowry has
Say Michael
playoff
Jordan. I
appearances
dare.
and-
Oh, my bad, Loser. I forgot about that. I dare somebody to say Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. What you mean?
I said John
What you
Wall is
mean?
the best Wizard ever, meaning that's the and Bruiser said since Kyle Lowry is the best Raptor ever, that would qualify him as
No, but Kyle Lowry has other accolades. He has multiple playoff appearances. He has a ring. He has like,
So does
oh,
John
my
Wall.
fault. He has like, huh?
John Wall got everything he got except the championship.
John Wall never made a conference finals.
How many playoff appearances does he have?
He never made a conference. Wait.
Huh?
Nope.
No, he definitely has not.
Mm-mm.
He has
No.
not. He
No,
has.
when-
No,
it might have been right before the semis. He was
No.
He was close. He was
No.
close.
no.
He was
What?
close.
They went to game 7. They went to game 7. I remember that. They went to game
They
7.
did go to game 7. They lost to Boston.
Yeah.
What, first round?
Second round. He was
Who are some
he
Wizards
beat the
players?
Hawks in the first round for a long time. And in the
I
second
mean, you got
round.
Gilbert Arenas.
They're not
Oh,
better.
come on, Derek.
Bradley Beal's the only other option.
Gilbert better than Wall, Derek. Come on.
Don't disrespect Gilbert like he wasn't.
Agent Zero? Come on, man. You better than Wall.
Gilbert Arenas better than John Wall.
That's a debate to be had.
He's a better wizard than John Wall. That's what we're debating. He's a better wizard.
I think John Wall leads him in assists and points.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Based
Gilbert.
on that
Gilbert was
criteria, I
a,
guess he's a Hall of Famer, but
Gilbert would have been if he
I
didn't
don't
mess
know.
stuff up.
wait, is Gilbert a Hall of Famer?
No, I'm more than positive he isn't.
let's look it up.
Okay. I doubt it. Highly doubt it.
if not, should he
Is
be?
Tracy a Hall of Famer?
Mac, yes.
He will be if he ain't, but I think he already in there.
No, Gilbert Arenas is not in there. And I think you said Tracy McGrady.
Tracy's in there, I think already.
Yeah, he's in there. He was
You know,
inducted in 2018.
Yeah, you went in with KG, right?
I believe so, yes. No, he came in 2020 class. He was in the 2020 class.
Yeah, he just went in.
Yeah, he just went in. All right. Any more LaMarcus Aldrige Hall of Fame debates?
Mhm.
Wait,
Hey, isn't Paul Pierce a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
I mean, he obviously had a championship, but I don't think his numbers.
If he's not now, then of course he will be.
He has like, I mean, him in LA numbers, like they're kind of like the
Paul
same.
Pierce is going this year.
Nah, Paul Pierce.
2021. Him and Chris Bosh and Kobe is in the class.
I would say Paul Pierce probably had more of an impact in LA for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Tim
John was
Duncan,
kind of
Kevin
compared.
Garnett,
I'm not comparing their impact. I'm comparing.
yourself.
You got it, John.
I'm comparing efficiency. I think their efficiency was obviously Paul Pierce's usage rate. And there's so many stats that I could use, but his usage rate was higher, considering everybody else. Rondo usage rate was high too. But I think LA with Dame, like his efficiency was like pretty much the same as what Paul Pierce brought. But obviously Paul Pierce and his team coaching, they were able to get a championship.
So are you making the debate LaMarcus Aldrige is a better player than Paul Pierce?
Vlad Divac is in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Vlade Divac?
No, I don't think LA. I don't think it's a bad conversation to have. I think Paul Pierce is fine. Don't get me wrong, but LA also is like his efficiency was needed. He carried teams and he could score.
Paul Pierce was the
Grant Hill is in the Hall of Fame.
Carry teams to what?
Career
Is
messed
Chauncey
up by-
Billups in the Hall of Fame?
Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame. Career messed up by injuries.
I think Chauncey Billups is in the Hall of Fame.
Grant Hill's in there. Jason Kidd's in there. Vince, Maurice Cheeks is in there. Ray Allen is in there.
Chauncey Billups is not in the Hall of Fame.
Tracy McGrady, AI, Shaq,
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yao Ming.
That's
Yao Ming
ridiculous.
never won nothing.
Yeah,
He's
Yao,
as tall as
Mutombo in there. Spencer Haywood.
Yao Ming is the most famous of his culture. I think
And
that's
Yao
If
Ming-
Yao Ming makes it, LaMarcus Aldridge makes it.
But you gotta be taking into account everything in China. Y'all mean
Like no, they got like when they list their accolades, they have For y'all, they had 8-time NBA All-Star, two-time All-NBA second team, 3-time All-NBA third team, All-Rookie first team, CBA champion, CBA MVP, CBA Finals MVP.
China Basketball League.
Y'all got more accomplishments than LaMarcus. So how?
You think of LaMarcus?
So that means
Basketball
Luka finna go in the
Association
Hall of Fame like tomorrow.
I mean, I think more people know Yao Ming than LaMarcus. So
We know Luka going to the Hall of Fame. That's not
He
even
can go in right now.
He going.
why y'all want to make this about Luka? Like, I see.
We're not making it about Luka. I'm just saying though, he can go in the Hall of Fame right now.
I see what y'all
We're
doing.
talking about accolades.
It's
I'm
ridiculous.
talking about European players. Connection.
But when they include the information in here, they do include gold medals and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that can't matter. Team USA always wins, but making Team USA is an accomplishment, though. I will say that.
but I'm saying if you're gonna include, let me see, like 50 greatest players in NBA history, Dream Team member, NCAA men's basketball champion is on here for Patrick Ewing. So that's what I'm saying. It's your whole career from college on. I don't think high school matter. So, but they do mention McDonald All-American when they mention players, though. They do include that. So, I personally feel like career well done, LaMarcus Aldrige, and you should be in the Hall of Fame. Maybe not next year. I don't know how long it take anyway.
I mean, there's 3 guys a year, so he should be waiting for a minute, in my opinion.
Why making a face cut?
No, he won't. He won't be waiting.
Well, Vince Carter gonna be coming up, so
Vince Carter. It's based on a timeline from when you retired, though. So Kobe retired 5 years ago. He just got in, so it's gonna be 5 years from when they retired.
Okay, I'm just naming guys that I know that's getting in over him.
2026, LaMarcus Aldrige is gonna be in there.
Dwayne Wade.
That'll be a 2025 class because he retired 2 years ago, 2024. It'll be 2 years ago.
Are we done? That it?
Yes.
Cut.
LaMarcus
John?
Aldridge.
You good?
Point forward, LaMarcus Aldrige.
That comes from an era where, that's not really existing anymore. And he's one of the greats from that era. And, you got to acknowledge that. So I think he'll go to the Hall of Fame.
All right.
D-Rose going to the Hall of Fame? John.
You said who?
D-Rose?
Yeah, D-Rose going, what up, man?
I think D-Rose can make the Hall of Fame.
I think definitely.
Yeah, he solidified it. You already know.
MVP, youngest MVP ever. He did good with Memphis. Took him to the Elite Eight. I think.
Re-energized the Bulls franchise.
Dude, Memphis, shit, we lost to Rio and Kansas.
Oh, he went to the championship and lost?
Yes, to Rio.
Oh, yeah, that's an accomplishment. And then you put the MVP season and 6 man of the year. He didn't get the 6 man of the year, did he?
Nope.
So it's Lou Will as 6 man of the year
Hall of Fame.
based on career because what? Straight out of high school.
Manu gonna make
Championship South Gwinnett. Didn't even go to college. Had a solid NBA career. That's what I'm saying, bro. If Manu Ginobili is in the Hall of Fame, Lou's in the Hall of Fame.
Well, Manu deserves it over Lou.
Oh, here we go with the ring talk.
What?
I know you're gonna take it to the rings.
Does that not matter?
Manu is one of
Hey,
the
bro, send it to me.
all right. What am I about to say? Manu is one of the greatest international players ever, dude.
Ever.
I agree.
Manu created a Euro.
I wouldn't say he created it.
He made
I would say D-Wade made it far.
it far. Manu Ginobili.
No, I know people saw it and were like, "Oh, that's the Euro," but like D-Wade made it far.
Jace is on one today. What's up? Well, you interject today, man.
He couldn't get these off on his own YouTube, Bruce, so he said he's gonna do it on your.
That's a low blow. Are you guys ready to move on? Finally.
I want to say,
Okay, last point.
they
They ain't lost the point.
dang, I hate when that happens. It just was there. I was like, Oh, the Euro step. In terms of that, I feel like James Harden made it what it is. That's all I want to say.
I feel like people didn't start, like the whole league didn't start doing the Euro till Harden did it.
Facts, I agree.
In my
'Cause
opinion.
Like people, they used to do it, but they didn't do it like him. He made it be like that's a travel.
Yeah,
And
not
everybody, That's a Euro step, boy. Ain't no travel. Like
Well,
Like you got 4s and 5s doing Euros and Embiid and Giannis, and like it's just not a guard thing anymore like it was back in the day. Like so many people saw Harden doing that. I think every possession where they're like, I'm gonna start throwing a Euro in my game.
Yeah, because it works. And on top of that, that's why I say about the NBA. People always talk about back in the day. They get more athletic I feel like it gets more and more athletic every season. You see crazier stuff every season. You see 3-point line floaters. Like, come on, bro.
Luka.
That's not a regular thing.
No, but I feel like every season you see something crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Each year, athletes supposed to get better. I refuse for somebody to say an athlete in the 80s is better than an athlete today. Like, what?
Not athletic wise.
Oh, run you off the court.
Averaging 40.
I hate when they say that. Man, he played today. He averaged 50 on these cats. No, he wouldn't.
Larry Bird averaging 35.
No,
Larry Bird to see them boys jump so high, he'll want to lynch them.
But nah, people be thinking like I be watching old. I be like,
hold up. We need a Pack Life pod like blooper reel, and that needs to go number 1 with Jason just said. Number 1.
Uncut version.
All right, we're moving on. The NBA playing tournaments are right around the corner next month. As we know, the 7 and 8 seed will face each other. The winner of that matchup is the 7 seed, while the 9th and 10 seed will battle, and the winner of that matchup will face the loser of the 7 and 8 seed matchup to be the 8th seed of the matchup. And Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks was not too happy about that. In a quote, he said, "I don't understand the idea of the play-in. You play 72 games to get in the playoffs, then maybe you lose 2 in a row, and you're out the playoffs. I don't see the point of that." And even the Mavericks owner came out against it, saying he doesn't understand why the NBA is doing that as well. So, do you guys feel that the NBA playing tournament is stupid? How do you guys feeling, man? Why is the NBA doing this? Why are they subjecting the 7 8 seed to be getting to get their jobs took for the 9th and 10th seed?
I want to hear what you got to say, bro.
Jace, I want to hear what Jace got to say.
More money. What you mean? More games. Duh.
Simple as that.
No TV. Duh. That's the only reason I see.
As long as you see. I don't know. I don't know how Luka feel like this. He feel like that because he in that situation, obviously, because there's a chance that he could lose 2 games and be out.
What seed are they?
They're the 7th seed. They're the 7th seed. They are the 7th seed. The Grizzlies are the 8th seed. Warriors 9, Spurs 10, Pelicans are 11.
So, like, is it like that means that they essentially have a more extended playoffs?
Basically, I feel like that NBA should have allowed the loser of the 7 and 8th game. So when they face the winner of the 9th and 10th game, they should be best 2 out of 3. But the playoff team already should have 1 game. So like the winner, the loser, the winner of the 9th and 10th seed has to beat them twice rather than beating them once to get their spot. That would make the most logical sense in my opinion.
I don't know, bro. I don't understand what they was thinking. Well, I do understand what they were thinking, more money. But like from a game, like player-wise aspect, I don't understand why they did that.
I just think they could have went about it better considering that this season was rushed to start. In addition to that, I just think they could have went into it more open-minded because if the Lakers were in a position to where they'd be closer to the 8 seed, and of course they have too much talent, but still, you got to think about it from that aspect, then they're going to be hurting because as we see, they already have guys that are nicked up. So I just don't like it from the injury standpoint. We're already seeing guys sitting out back-to-backs because, it's so much concern. Jamal Murray's knee going out the other night. It's just like, it's already a lot with this season. So to add the play-in, I get it. These 8, 9, 7 seeds, they're not real legitimate contenders for a championship. But, think about their wallets. Think about their safety. Think about that. And just putting them out there to play more games is definitely more dangerous. So I think the NBA just needs to look in the mirror and say, we don't need any more of this. Let's go back to the regular 82-game format. Best 8 teams are in, period.
And it's crazy how, like, this came about around the same time the NFL did the same thing. So I feel like They both tie in the same way. Like that. Cause like they did, I'm gonna stat like they did lose money. I think the NFL, I know for sure the NBA,
every industry lost money because of the
they
pandemic.
lost money. So like, yeah, they trying to get that money back.
WWE had their most profitable year, but I don't know if you guys count that. I'm just saying.
How?
WWE was hurting with no fans. It was clear as day. You could see all the cuts they had last year. They was hurting.
But I'm just saying, I don't want to get too much off topic, but under stock and stuff, and merchandise sales, they said they had their best year. So in other areas,
you're supposed to say that.
What's online?
Because the shirts was for $10 and $4. They was doing deals every week.
I will say this about the playing tournament. I did my professor was talking to us and he was saying like how today's athletes are in the best shapes of their careers, like any other like previous generation. If ever any other athletes that would be able to handle 6 games in 9 nights would be these athletes. And he talked about how back in the 90s, they players in their era was playing 6 games in 9 days. So it's not crazy. He just feels like the new era at the today's athletes just aren't used to this kind of treatment. I don't know because of the AAU culture or things like that, being coddled, stuff like that. But with them,
them players are doing hard drugs. So I mean, yeah.
What you thinking, Cut? Well, how you feel about the playing tournaments? Did the NBA miss the ball on this one?
I think the NBA is given the opportunity without getting rid of the East and Western Conference. That's all this is just to not do that. So it's giving more teams a chance to make them feel like they have a chance, make the fans feel like they have a chance. It makes more opportunity for games, playing games, and all that stuff. It's just more. It's more opportunity to make money, but it's also a chance for those teams that probably would never have a chance. And everybody knows the NBA was being pressured because the West is known to have better teams than the East. So everybody was pushing for a conferenceless NBA. And I personally like the play-in. I think it's a good cover-up. But I think the ultimate way for the NBA to just hit like perfection as far as the playoffs go would be to just go conferenceless. Like with basketball, you don't really think of a conference as much as you do in football. Even if they do play each other 4 times and 3 times. Like the old schedule used to be you play everybody in your conference 4 times, then you play a couple teams 3 times, and then you play, the West, the opposite coast twice. They come to you, you go to them. But this season they switched it to where they play everybody in their conference 3 times, and they play across conference twice. They play them twice. So that's how they got to the 72 games. So to be honest, I prefer I just prefer to go conferenceless. That's the way that they can expand into different markets. That's the way Seattle gets a team. That's the way, you can add another team. It could be 32 teams, and it won't be a big deal because everybody played each other twice or 3 times or whatever. So I think if they thinking bigger picture, they gotta realize that this East-West thing is dated.
You don't care about preserving history.
They already changed the All-Star game, so might as well.
How you feeling, John?
Yeah, what's 14 times 3?
I mean, I don't know. The playing tournament, the more and more you see throughout the season how the players respond to just the games and scheduling, the more you think, dang, was the playing tournament even thought with, the intention of a COVID type of season? Or, whether they just kind of rushed it and try to make it seem like it was something that everybody can get behind. It is propaganda, the playing tournament. Like, there are underlying reasons why this was done for corporations, and they know it. It's a business, and you know what a business is. So they were able to think about what could happen as a result of viewership, and they are going to do what's always best for the NBA as far as revenue goes. If it benefits fans and it makes sure that the players are safe, then I don't have a problem with it. But I don't think that's exactly what the NBA was thinking about. But my team being the Chicago Bulls in a 10th spot right now for the Eastern Conference, I certainly am grateful, being that we traded for an all-star. And when you think about the rosters that exist beyond the playoff teams, the 8 seeds, you think, dang, maybe they do need a second chance to show that they should be in the playoffs because, Levine, Vucevic, they ain't had a whole season to figure it out, but they're 2 all-stars, and you would think that they deserve to be in the playoffs. So why not get that opportunity? Plus the Knicks being like the AFC right now, they were trash last year. So I think it's pretty cool to actually know for real that they should be a playoff team, because from going 14th last year to 8th, why not give them like that extra game to say, okay, we're for real and legit. But I don't know. That's just how it works. Unfortunately, players are getting hurt. So, we'll just see how the players respond. And if they need to make modifications, I'm sure they will, like for the next year.
I'm sure the games will be fun, and we seen it last year with the Blazers and Grizzlies in the play-in tournament in the bubble. That game was fun to watch. So I think they're just trying to recapture that glory, just with just in like actual stadiums, rather it be in Portland or the current 9th and 10th seed of the West is the Warriors and Spurs. So in San Antonio or Golden State, San Fran. So I think they're trying to get that magic going, have that hype going, because there's a growing belief that the NBA playoffs, regular season doesn't matter. So just having meaningful games at the end before the real playoffs start is just what they're going after, probably.
John didn't hear me when he was talking. He said it's a business, and I said it's a what?
It's a what?
It's a business.
Oh yeah, it is a business. Hey, well, that was so last night with fire, bro. We got
you watched it yet, Jace?
Hey T, how long you been playing me?
You watched it.
Like
Shit, there. Boy, he had to get them bodies off, man.
We're gonna talk about that a little later. Hold on.
Y'all gotta be caught up.
Uh,
Last word I play in. I think the 8th and 9th and 10th seeds, like, they're not too far removed. It ain't like it's a crazy amount of games back that the 10th seed is from the 8th. And I think if you're a 7th seed and you have a nice record, like I think the current 7th seed right now is the Mavericks, I think.
Yeah.
Like the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
So the Mavericks have been shaky all year. Like, you've been up and down all year. It ain't like I've been doing it all year. So,
I think they just don't understand, like, since we're already 7th seed, why if we lose 2 games we're out of it. That's their thinking.
Luka sounds scared to me.
yeah, he sounds scared. Really do.
He act like he played in the regular playoffs. He only played in the regular playoffs one time. He only played in it once.
Luka
So
ain't
You
scared.
don't have an opinion.
Luka ain't
Luka's
scared.
a hooper. Luka gonna hoop. He's scared about Porzingis. He's scared about bruh, because he don't know if he gonna show up or not.
That is very true.
So look, they will play the Grizzlies first. If they lose to Ja and Jaren comes back and they start balling for real.
And anyway, I'm not to cut you off, John. The Grizzlies was supposed to beat them last night. They were supposed to beat them last night.
I picked the Grizzlies to win last night. That shot was,
yeah,
he's good at making lucky. You're not lucky, but clutch shot.
He called it lucky. Luka called it lucky.
yeah, he knew it. But then after that, they would end up playing the Warriors or the Spurs, whoever win that game.
I like the Warriors.
I like the Spurs.
I like the Warriors #1, Pelicans #2 over any of them teams.
Pelicans got to make it
I
first.
want to believe the Pelicans, bro.
Pelicans got to make it first.
7 last night.
Bro, we lost to the Knicks, bro, last night.
Knicks are not garbage.
That's like, yeah, bro.
It was the way we lost to them, bro.
And the Curry did that against the Thunder. Let's
Yeah.
come on, guys. Let's
He
be.
did, but they put 147 up.
It's the Thunder.
Yeah.
I understand
They
that,
were
but
on
they still professional athletes, bro.
That team is a team full of rookies.
Shay didn't even play. Shay
They
didn't even play right now.
lost by 58 without.
You act like the
Oh,
Warriors
the
got
Thunder
like
beat them to 58. That was Thunder that
No,
beat them.
that wasn't. I'm just saying.
Oh, then it don't matter.
Without Curry, they lost by 58, and then he comes back and they beat a team by 30.
That's not
That
MVP.
wasn't his
That's
first
not
game
MVP.
back.
Curry is the MVP right now. Why would
No, he's not.
He's not.
I would give
Curry
it.
is
He's not in
fine.
the top
But it's
3.
gotta be Joker. It's got to be Joker.
If we look into it deep,
It's
most
3 people.
valuable player is Curry.
It's Curry.
It's not.
It's Curry.
It's not.
I will say though, he is putting up the numbers that he put up for the back-to-back MVP campaigns, if not a little higher. So it's just that everyone else is spot too.
He is expected to do this.
Is
That's
he?
the point. He's expected to do this. You're arguably the greatest point guard ever. You're expected to do this.
I mean, everybody's expected to do what they're supposed to do.
I just said a couple months ago that we need to see if he could put up these numbers without all these.
And they're the 10th seed. They're not even a postseason right now.
I didn't say
the ninth
numbers.
seed,
I said I need to see if he can
I
win
need them to get
games
playoffs. That's what I
without
thought.
other people.
That's what I said.
Win me.
The West is a difficult, like,
No, I don't want to hear that.
No.
I don't
No,
want
I'm not hearing that.
other
You see,
players, like,
MVP, unanimous and all this. Carry him. Let me see
You
you.
are the first unanimous MVP in the league in the NBA history. carry them to the postseason.
Wait,
No.
what are you saying?
If y'all say, not y'all, I'm not gonna say y'all. Media pundits and analysts across the country say that Curry's
Media pawns.
They say Curry's arguably the greatest point guard ever. He's arguably a top 15, top 10 NBA player ever. You have to overcome having a poor talent around you, having Wiggins, Draymond.
I thought I told y'all this. A point guard can't be the best player on the team, and they'll be
No.
That's my line, and you're saying it wrong.
No, I on God I said that before.
No.
I said it before.
Bruiser,
On God I
I
said
was
it
saying that
before.
before the podcast, dog.
I've been saying before the podcast too. On God, it's statistic.
Don't put it on God, bro, because I probably said it before you.
No, I promise you. But before we even thought about the podcast, I was saying it, bro.
Bruiser.
I just need him to make. I just need the
Best
Warriors to make
player
the
on your
post.
team cannot be a point guard if you want to win a
Derek
championship.
did say that. I
That's
heard
what I
that.
said. I said that.
Derek
was
said
the
that.
best
I heard
player
Derek
on
say
the
it first.
championship.
No.
You said, yeah, because I don't be on the group chat like that. That's why you heard him say it first. And y'all live with each other. Of course,
Curry-
you hear him say it first. Goofy.
I didn't say. Yeah, I never said. I just say this out loud. Curry was not the best player on that
Said
championship.
Demond.
No, Curry was that's the only exception.
No, I'm
That's the
saying
only
he was, but he didn't. He wasn't the reason they won. That's the point I'm making. Like he
exception.
wasn't. He's never been the deciding factor in them winning a championship.
Bro, those coins at 24.
What are we doing? Order.
Uppity.
No, he's looking at stocks. Curry's not the MVP, if we're being honest. Yeah, I'm taking Embiid or Chris Paul.
I mean, that's a safe
Joker,
pick.
Embiid, or Dame.
Wait, why did you say Chris Paul?
If Chris Paul
Dame.
If Chris Paul can make the Suns be the number one seed in the West, I think he's
Dame doing the same thing Curry doing, but they're
No, he's not.
yes.
No,
he
he's
is.
not.
I've already made the stat comparisons. Curry's
Oh my god, because he shoot more threes. Congratulations. They're not winning games.
If you talk about Chris Paul MVP, you got to talk about Donovan too. I just think that's fair.
Oh, okay.
But the same as that argument. First off, the last 4 games, Donovan is still like,
I agree, John. I agree, John.
It's not, since he's not shooting 11 threes, oh my god, it's not getting the same hype as the light-skinned guy.
What are
That's
you
what I say I don't like
talking
his
about?
politics.
32, 36,
Yeah,
30,
like
41, 32, 38, 53, 40.
he's putting up
Win loss.
numbers.
Look at the shots he's taking.
What are the win
It
loss?
doesn't matter.
14 for 20, 14 for 20.
has
crazy. What's the debate?
Are you serious?
Crazy. You know this.
Curry has to take.
I said he's going crazy, but
Somebody
they
else
act
gonna
like
take
that's
him.
not.
The debate is Curry
You gonna
versus
take
Dame.
him, Draymond?
He's not an MVP.
Curry versus Dame.
Bro, the MVP is the most valuable player.
So LeBron
If
should have
Curry
won.
was
No,
to
you
win
can't
the
change the
game right
criteria.
now,
Lord
it's
Jesus.
cooked.
You can't change the criteria, Jesus.
What you
It's
mean?
always been about winning.
LeBron would have been in a bunch of
Anthony Davis
years.
to have an MVP.
We always know that LeBron. should
Jimmy
be
Butler
the-
is more valuable to his team than Curry to his team.
No, he's not.
The Heat was not winning without Jimmy Butler. Look up
Yes.
the stats. Oh my
Hey,
God.
bro, I swear to God. The Warriors will win 20 games without Curry. I swear. They will win 20
Not
games.
even.
He won a playoff team, so Jimmy got
Jimmy
there.
just brought the Heat to the finals. What are you talking
The
about?
first year.
He has help.
So the
Bam.
Bam. Donovan, Duncan Robinson. Who
Y'all
else?
act like Curry wouldn't have help either. They're just hurt. They're hurt.
Wait, Draymond Green's an all-star. Andrew Wiggins is a good player. He averages 20 points per game. What are you guys talking about?
Watch your
do
mouth.
not share
Watch your
those
mouth.
sentiments. So
James Wiseman was the best. Jace, you love James Wiseman coming out of
I
college.
do.
He was the perfect pick for them.
That's the best. That's the second best player on the team.
I think y'all not talking about it, bro. You know the West
Eric
is
Pascal also hurt. Klay
What?
Thompson hurt.
What you said, John?
the West is hard, bro. The East is like, bro, you can win games. In the
I
East.
don't like that narrative because the East is hard.
No. It's definitely
It's top, but it's hard.
it's definitely a great narrative.
Like number 4, number 3.
But the Heat is the East is
I
top,
say this
but it's
every year,
still hard.
everybody acknowledge
Curry
it.
was in the East. He would be number 3. Like, you know this.
Number 3, what?
He's number 3 seed.
Y'all really discrediting the East, and I don't like it. But it's
I think the East is top heavy. Just the three. There's only 4 road threats if you
There's
consider
only
Miami.
3 good teams in the East.
Nah, I think they're
There's
four.
good teams.
so when Boston beats Philly in the first,
They're not
They're
going
not.
to beat them.
run me my money.
What's up with this Boston
Philly?
hype all of a sudden?
Boston's good though.
They can't beat the Sixers in those 7-game series if Embiid.
They already have twice with the same roster with Jimmy
Not the
Butler.
They
same.
didn't play.
Not the same.
Doofus.
It ain't the same Joel Embiid though.
Embiid didn't even play last
You
season.
have a better coach.
Oh, who was out?
Yeah,
Ben or
dude.
Embiid? Who didn't play last season?
So-
Ben was out.
So
Thank you.
Doc Rivers not the choke artist coach.
No, that's what you're. Why we don't give Paul George credit? He just dropped 30. You be riding him. That's his fault.
It was all their fault, to be honest.
No, it's their fault. He not on the court. He
Except,
didn't hit the side of the backboard.
except Kawhi, in my opinion. You didn't see what
Except Kawhi.
he said.
Kawhi
He had,
timid.
he
Kawhi
said,
is passive. With Paul George, he trying to get passive.
Ray Allen role. That ain't his game.
Huh?
Again, it's the worst duo, possible, and they very
Doc
gassed.
Rivers got a ring.
Worst
And they're
duo
gassed.
Wherever we go, team wins.
I need that Clippers Lakers matchup. I really need it.
Why? Why would you want to see that?
There's no point.
Boy,
I need it.
the thing about that Lakers Clippers matchup is that Anthony Davis and LeBron might not be the ones to get them. Drummond would, because they don't have no center.
Zubac food.
It's like we talking like Drummond been here before. It's funny.
Drummond
have to be here before
gonna be the
the
third or
Zubac
fourth
Zubac.
best player on the team. That's all they need him to be.
That's all he just did to DeAndre Jordan.
Not hard to get boards.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Easy, huh?
NBA takeaways, guys. Oh, what we got?
Celtics get on my nerves, but they need Fournier back. The Sixers are the favorite right now in the East to me.
I agree.
Because Kyrie didn't play the last 10 minutes, and then Brooklyn went on a 21-2 run, and they barely pulled that one out. But I guess they're the favorites.
But they still won.
They did win.
If they feel good about that one, then I got some bad news for you.
Y'all don't have nobody to stop Embiid. Y'all can't. They can't. I'm not. Why am I saying y'all? Oh my god. Y'all can't stop. They can't stop.
Our big three. Who do they have? What's the answer to Kevin Durant?
What's the answer for Embiid?
What's the answer for Embiid? You still haven't not a single player on that team.
I've seen Philly give the ball to Embiid and say, "Go win us a series," and he can't do it.
When?
When they lost to Boston and they got
Oh,
swept.
I thought Ben Simmons was hurt. Oh, my fault.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta do that. The same excuse they make for Curry, Embiid can't get. Why?
KD don't even play basketball.
So Embiid didn't have Tobias Harris and Al Horford and all these guys?
Al Horford. Is that a podcast? Oh my god.
Al Horford got benched for the season because nobody wanted to trade for him.
NFL? What we doing?
I'll say something about the Nets. I
Oh,
don't like them.
you don't like him? I don't like him either. But
No.
it's, even if I
If you a hooper, you supposed to be saying like you supposed to say like you better than LeBron. Bro be saying he better than LeBron. He come back one game, drop a couple. Next game, where to be.
Who you talking about?
Who you think?
Why did KD decide to play against the Timberwolves but not the Sixers? That's my question.
Exactly. He's a cupcake.
Because the game doesn't matter to them as much.
But the
Bro,
Timberwolves-
that's
but
the
you know what's
problem.
crazy, bro.
That's the problem,
I'm
bro.
starting to come to the
LeBron,
realization
36
that the
years old, playing every game.
I'm starting to come to the realization that the Nets gonna go as far as Harden carries them. That's what I'm starting to do. I'm starting to think it's Harden team.
They playing hooky. It's weird.
Right.
I think it's Harden team, bro.
Yeah.
Grown men getting paid millions of dollars.
Well, Kyrie's doing
Hey.
Ramadan for the first time, I think, in his life. So
Hey, Kyrie got personal. I like how Kyrie's handling the NBA because he's taking personal time off. Because it's a
really
job.
religious.
It's
It's
a
really
job.
fasting, and he is gonna be
Understand
hard.
that.
Enes Kanter is a Muslim as well, and he's playing through Ramadan. I'm just playing.
I mean,
He does it all the time.
Enes
This is
Kanter is
Kyrie's
not-
first time.
not-
no,
Kyrie
I was just saying, relax.
it's starting to look like more people should convert because Enes Kanter put up 20 and 30 the other night. Kyrie put up 36 and 9 with no help. I'm just saying. If
No help now. That's the deepest roster in the league.
KD and Kyrie and LaMarcus Aldrige
Again, that's
and Harden did not play.
that's
On
the deepest roster in the league, though.
okay. And
Are they
and
not,
So all these guys sit out and they still is deep.
bro? They got starters on the bench.
Enough
I
said.
can't believe DeMond just said that.
So we gonna act like Joe Harris not there. We gonna act like Blake wasn't a starter.
Joe Harris had an off night, so Kyrie was definitely out there making it work. But
DeAndre Jordan not a starter. He starts.
Road on Mars.
Wait, he had the same weapons Chris Paul had in LA. Why he couldn't make nothing work with him? With Blake and DeAndre Jordan.
would Chris Paul make work?
Chris Paul was winning games with him.
What they call the Clippers? The
Lob City, but Kyrie ain't got that in his bag. No, I'm
oh
playing.
no, he don't. I mean, Kyrie's a better offensive talent than Chris Paul ever was. So
Better at what?
better at getting to the cup, better shooter, better
That's it.
at creating a shot. He's
No.
a better offensive talent than Chris Paul.
No.
Those are all
No.
scoring categories.
No.
He's
Chris Paul's better at defense.
better
Chris
mid-range.
Paul is the better passer. Chris Paul handles aren't better, but they're just as good. He's top 3 in handles in the NBA. So, Mr. Sham God, Mr. Point God, don't come for my boy now.
No.
Don't forget.
No.
Whose son is that? Is that Yachty? Don't forget. Yeah, don't forget who Chris Paul is. Chris Paul is passive, but when he decides to score, he can do it. But I know people get lost in the sauce and the flashiness and the finger rolls and the jellies and all that, but it's fine. But don't forget who Chris Paul is.
I'm not. I'm just saying. What I said was a fact.
He's not a better offense. No, he's better at those 2 things. And then Chris Paul is better at the other 2 things.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, the worst thing could have possibly happened to me. Zach LaVine is out for 14 days. And the NBA fantasy playoffs start in 10 days. I do not have Zach LaVine available for the first round of the matchup. So I am deeply in trouble with this fantasy.
Sounds like you're cooked, buddy.
Plus, the Bulls should be way better than they are. We are 3-8.
Why is this the 4th time we've reverted back to the Chicago Bulls?
Bro, chill, let them go.
There's hype around them. There's hype around them. 2 All-Stars. I mean, you think about rosters in the NBA who have acquired players that should be, better than what they are. I think that a relevant conversation. The Bulls just lost to the Magic the other day, and I think they should be way better. I don't know if Billy Donovan struggled like this. Granted, he had KD and Russ. So it's a little different dynamic. I'm trying to be patient with Billy, but you got to wonder as a fan, like, dang, Billy, like, do you really know what you're doing? Because I feel like Zach and Vooch, we should be better than this, but we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. And if we go to the postseason, then all can't be forgiven. NBA takeaway.
Before we move off of basketball, I asked this question to Cut last week. I just want to hear Jace, John, and Damon's opinion on it. So currently in the Western Conference standings, the Jazz are number 1 and the Suns are number 2, a game and a half behind. If we were to merge the Suns roster and the Jazz roster together, who do you think are the top 5 players on both of those teams if you had to rank them?
Devin Booker, number 1.
Okay, Damon first.
Donovan Mitchell, I would put Chris Paul, number 2.
Okay.
I know Donovan Mitchell is a stat sheet stuffer and great player and everything, but I got to put Chris Paul 2.
All right.
Donovan 3.
Okay.
Gobert 4.
Okay.
I want to say Ayton, but James Crowder. What's his name? Jay Crowder. Plays a very good role for the Suns, but I got to put Jordan Clarkson on there because when Jordan Clarkson is coming on and consistently hitting shots, the Jazz are almost unbeatable. So I got to put Jordan Clarkson on there.
And based on what you just said, if the Jazz and Suns were to meet, you have the Suns winning.
Yes.
In the playoffs games.
Yes.
Okay, John, what you got for me?
Or
Jace.
It's not really that hard to me. It's Donovan 1.
You got Donovan over Book?
Yes, I do. He went to the playoffs last year, and they lost, but
every year, John. Every year.
Yeah, every year, and then they blew that improbable 3-1 lead. They should have advanced to the next round. And then he comes back with fury in his heart and leads his team to the number 1 seed. Which who the hell expected that? That's obviously Devin Booker has Chris Paul. We're not gonna sit here and act like his game ain't elevated because of CP3, the point guard. We're not gonna act like that's not the reason they're good. Donovan is literally like he has good 3-point shooters around him, but this is Donovan's team, and we know that.
But I would definitely argue. But I would definitely argue that it's more impressive that the Suns are where they are, rather than the Jazz being the 1 seed.
I can't say that.
Because we knew Chris Paul, whatever team Chris Paul was going to the playoffs.
We predicted that he would be able to turn the Suns into a top 2 seed in the Western Conference.
But nobody predicted
under a 7 seed. So
I didn't predict that at all.
Nobody
I didn't
predicted
predict two
that to
seed,
be
but
the
we
one
predicted
seed.
playoffs. And they're not gonna finish at the second seed.
I know how to solve this. Brews a Pack Life Pod poll on the Instagram.
They won't finish as the second seed.
Who won't?
The Suns won't.
Because they be the 1 seed.
No.
You got the Suns falling cut?
Yes.
West going through the going
You
through.
saw that man come back. The man come back against the Jazz this weekend. So
So the seed behind the Clippers is the seed behind the Suns is the Clippers. The Clippers are 1.5 game back. Then it's the Nuggets. The Nuggets are 4.5 games back. Then it's the Lakers who are 5.5 game back. You think they're gonna fall from grace that much?
I think that man come back this weekend, so the Lakers not about to be losing no more.
Lakers will hit like 3 or 4.
I don't think they get. I don't think they get 1 or 2. I think they get 3 or 4.
I don't think they care, but I know they're gonna try to get the spot where they feel like they got the best chance.
I think they got the best chance where they at right now with the Nuggets.
No, I'm talking about the best chance to get the matchup they want in the conference.
Yeah, that'll work because then
they don't worry about the first two. They don't worry about the first 2 rounds. They better.
They better.
They got to pass. I think if they stay where they at, they play the Nuggets, then they see the Jazz, and they see the winner of the Suns, Clippers, or Blazers, or Mavericks. So that's the best route that the Lakers should take him out.
So where the Clippers?
The Clippers are currently the 3rd seed, so they want to see them to the conference finals if things stay the same.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see where you're not tying in Kawhi, Paul George, and playoff Rondo. You're not disrespecting them boys, are you?
Why would we?
Let John finish.
I'll say this: the Jazz and the Suns are vulnerable. I think, like, you gotta realize when it comes to the postseason, that's different, bro. You're gonna see this team 4 straight times, like you guarantee, and you're gonna lock in to schemes. And I think the Suns are good, but they're vulnerable. Like, you can lock in a Booker and figure out how to stop, Chris Paul dishes, but I don't know.
What?
Yes.
So Devin Booker is not tailor-made for the playoffs, John.
Luka in the Mavs in the first round. I'm not gonna sit here and confidently tell you the Suns are making it out of that matchup.
Oh, I like it, John. I like the hot take.
I'm not.
John's out his mind. He's just talking.
I'm not, bro. Come on now. You see
who guarding Devin?
Luka possessions. He's transcendent. He's not just a regular playoff team type of player. Like,
Devin Booker's game is tailor-made for the NBA playoffs.
Kobe.
Yes.
What?
Devin Booker's game is tailor-made for the NBA playoffs. He is eating the Mavericks' heart out. Please. Child, please.
With Chris Paul, like.
Wait, he's eating the Mavericks heart out?
Yeah.
Heart out.
You know who guarding him?
Who cares?
Lay it on me, please.
Who can? You said who can?
Who cares?
The person they just traded for. That the reason.
I see.
Clamping that. He might go on, but he's
Josh Richardson.
He gonna hold his own.
You talking about Josh Richardson?
Josh
He'll hold
Richardson
his own.
is his own with Devin Booker.
Josh Richardson is holding his own. Yes, that's what they traded for him for.
Oh wow! So how much he holding him? 30.
Next.
Well, I don't understand. You think he's dropping 30 in the playoffs every time?
Yes.
Devin Booker?
Okay.
Yes,
yes.
He's very
tailor-made for the playoffs. Yes.
No, it's not
with Chris Paul, like, bro, like
tailor-made. How's your game tailor-made for the playoffs? It's all about matchups.
It's all about buckets.
He's a killer. Jab, pull, bang.
Tell him again, Jace. Tough buckets, no space.
Okay.
Devin Booker is thriving.
Hey, like,
how many games does it go to mine? Since it's just so
6.
certain.
What?
6.
Bro, you got a dude named Luka that don't even want to play. He's scared.
Yeah, they eating his heart out.
Who guarding Luka? That's a better question. Because I
guarding Devin Booker.
Chris Paul.
Who?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul can't guard Luka. He too big.
Bro, Luka's crazy, bro. Y'all sleep.
6'8". Chris Paul not guarding him.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Bridges can.
We see that when Luka go crazy, they still almost lose.
I do think that.
I like how you name Mikal Bridges now, but he one of your top 5 players in that series because, in my opinion, he's the 5th best person.
Well, Jace didn't go yet.
Jay Clay.
Here you go. Wait, what were we talking about?
Oh, it's John. Did you do your top 5? You did your top 5 players or no?
Oh yeah, let's go. Like I said, Donovan, Devin, CP. I'm going Gobert. And then I'm going Jay Clay. Jay Clay is just. I think,
all right. Jace, we're doing if you put the Suns and Jazz roster together, which 5 players are the best 5 on that team?
Best 5, like
In order. Yeah, 1 from 5. 1 to 5.
Jays.
Y'all know Jordan Clarkson don't drop 20 every night.
I'm gonna go Devin, Donovan, CP.
Rudy.
No.
Froze. Oh, my jump froze.
Devin, Donovan, CP. I might gotta go Rudy.
You have to. Like I had
You legit have to.
there's nobody else to put.
And then
Put
maybe
Ayton, I'ma smack you, boy.
Aiden is a possible fifth, or Mikal Bridges. Or
I might
Jordan.
go Mikal Bridges.
Mike Conley, what's going on?
What? Boy, you know who I am.
Y'all sleep on Mike Conley.
No,
I do think if the Suns and Mavericks meet, the X factor of that series will be Kristaps Porzingis if he can stay healthy.
we're not gonna talk about Kristaps Porzingis.
Is there any more NBA news before we move on to football? I guess not. Julian Edelman also retired this past week. 3-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. So happy retirement to Julian Edelman. Guys, do you think Edelman is a Hall of Famer? There was a lot of talk in the week about this. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I think the consensus, I'm feeling that the consensus is a no.
Whoa.
OJ says yes. Okay, Damon, you take it away first. Is Edelman a Hall of Famer? Pro Football Hall of Fame.
No. I was gonna say no. And my whole take this week has been no. I've seen the great names. And Julian has never led the league in receiving. He's never led the league in catching, never done any of those things. But when you look at his build and you take it for what it is, coming out of Kent State, being a quarterback and beating the odds, undrafted, winning 3 Super Bowl titles, a Super Bowl MVP, multiple 100-yard receiving games in the Super Bowl, second most everything receiving-wise, playoff records behind only Jerry Rice. I mean, you got to give him his respect. And playing with who most consider the GOAT and being, I would say, one of the best 3 weapons he played with, you got to put Edelman in the Hall of Fame. You're thinking Moss, Gronk, and Edelman. You could think Wes Welker as well, and that's who a lot of people get them confused for. But to be a knockoff Wes Welker is not that bad. And people forget, I mean, Wes Welker literally dropped the touchdown to beat the Giants the second time around, and that was it for him in New England. They said, this is Julian Edelman's. He returned punts. He's doing the fake passes. The guy has a perfect QBR rating, 7 for 8 his career. I think he threw like 4 touchdowns. He is everything you think about the Patriot way, do your job and be ready to step up. That is Julian Edelman. I don't see how I don't see how he's not a Hall of Famer.
I was thinking the same thing. I think based off postseason, he is a Hall of Famer. But when you look at, he never made it to an All-Pro. He never made it. He never was a Pro Bowl player. He barely eclipsed, I think, 10,000 yards in the regular season. I just think the criteria of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, he can get in, but I think he's going to be waiting a little while. And I also think because there's some receivers ahead of him, he's going to be waiting a little while. I think Hines Ward still ain't made it yet. Terry Holt, he still ain't made it yet. And Reggie Wayne still ain't made it. So I think he has to wait. Now, he's not a first ballot. He has to wait like 10 ballots to get in. But I think he can eventually get in. What do you guys think? Cut, I think you're looking at me.
I think there's a lot of receivers that can get in before him. So, like, off just statistics in the regular season alone, I respect what he did in the playoffs and whatever. But
the and whatever kind of makes it seem like you don't respect it. But
I mean, I'm saying whatever, but it's like he wasn't consistent. He didn't do it he wasn't doing it every game. Like that was just he show up in the playoffs. Okay. They needed you, yeah, sure. But that's not you're not better than Chad Johnson. You're not better than Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne. You're not better than Terrell Owens, who didn't get in first ballot, who should have got in first ballot. You're not better than
Andre Johnson.
Numbers, you don't even have better numbers than Marcus Colston.
Andre Johnson.
Or yeah, that's what I'm saying. Marcus Colston, you don't even have better regular career numbers than Marcus Colston. Marcus Colston was a 7th-round pick, but nobody's gassing him to get into the Hall of Fame.
Julian Edelman was an undrafted quarterback.
Congrats. 7th round out of Hofstra, who don't even have a football program anymore.
Undrafted
School in New York.
out of Penn State.
He was a quarterback at Kent State. I mean, he was on a D1 team playing. Hofstra don't even have a program anymore. It's in New York. The point is, regardless of what school he went to, Tom Brady was a 7th round pick. We're just gonna talk about schools. Don't matter. I can name a bunch of undrafted players that were good. The point is, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Not as good as that.
And definitely not first ballot. Like Bruce said, maybe eventually if it's the down year and it's let's put Edelman in there because he did have that playoff run. But if he gets in, like, what is he getting in for? Because he's white?
No, I don't think because he's white.
Because I'm saying, like, what else would it be? Because
a Super Bowl MVP.
Again, a team accomplishment. He was a team accomplishment winning the Super Bowl. He did go off in the bowl, don't get me wrong, but it's a team. Getting there is a team accomplishment. That don't set you apart from other athletes that are better than you, who were better than you, had better careers than you.
So I just when I think about great football players,
you like naming, but you love talking rings and finals MVPs and all this stuff, and I'm getting sick of it because it's not something that everybody gets. It's not something that everybody gets a chance to get, and it don't make you better than them.
Because now we're talking knowledge of the game, big moments when these guys came up. Julian Edelman is a big time. We could talk about the playoff game versus the Ravens. We all know about the catch versus the Falcons. A 10-point comeback as the number one beneficiary when Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas are locking down Gronk. Who do you think's eating up one of the best defenses ever? Julian Edelman. Thank you. Jalen Ramsey and them boys.
That game would have been lost if y'all just ran the ball. So I don't understand why you even went Seahawks Patriots with me.
So we're just disregard. So that doesn't matter that they came back 10 points.
It wouldn't have been nothing to come back from if you ran the ball.
Let's stay on topic.
I'm just saying, like, you're not trying to name stuff that
can't hold this work with me. He can't.
Trying to name stuff that don't really matter. The point is, he's not a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not. Based on what he does in the postseason. Well, in that case, Santonio Holmes should probably be who is it with your boy with the Giants, Mario Manning? Who was it? The helmet catch. Yeah, he could be a Hall of Famer too because
you're comparing David Tyree's one helmet catch to Julian Edelman.
He showed up.
Countless moments.
He showed up.
Rings in the MVP.
He showed up.
Second to Jerry Rice cut in receiving.
Showed up.
He's second to Jerry Rice in receiving stats in the playoffs.
Congrats.
Gotcha.
What do you mean, congrats?
His career numbers aren't good. Jerry Rice had good career numbers and good playoff numbers. That's the difference. That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
I'm not arguing with the stats part. I understand that. I think
he's not a Hall of Famer off just doing something in the postseason.
He's a Hall of Famer just off the strength that he was one of Tom Brady's best targets. That's why I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer, just politically wise. But in games like the playoffs and Super Bowl where it actually matters and he actually showed up and he actually has great plays and great moments in the Super Bowl playoffs and stuff like that, I feel like he will be a Hall of Famer. But what Bruce said, I don't think it's going to be like a first ballot or anything like that.
So stats in the regular season don't matter because it's not a playoff game.
I mean, not really. In his case, no. I feel like it doesn't. In his case, no.
Because he made it so many times. That's why
he made it so many times. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He has multiple records with playoffs. And yeah, he's been in the Super Bowl 3 times, 4 times. I don't know. So 3 times. So yeah.
How you feel, John? How you feel?
3 times because he played GOAT, bro. I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah, but the GOAT was passing the ball. He was literally playing.
Let's not.
But wait, before I let you go, John. But Brady doesn't throw it. Brady throws it to a lot of people there. And Wes Welker, he probably not going to the Hall of Fame.
Wes Welker got better numbers. He got better numbers than him in the regular season.
John, take it away.
Wes Welker has better numbers than Julian, like career-wise. He don't in a.
And he did it with a different team too. Let's not forget that either.
Yeah, yes. I think. It depends on how many factors. Julian has been with the Patriots forever, his whole career. I think that's pretty impressive. Most receivers don't really do that. 11 years, solid. Postseason numbers, solid. But career-wise, I mean, like I said, Brady has a lot of targets, and Julian wasn't the single-handed reason why they went to the postseason every year or most years. Literally, he's not. They could have been just fine without him. Like, that's what.
Without who?
3,000-yard seasons? Get you in the Pro Bowl? I mean, get you in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, you said they'll be perfectly fine without Julian Edelman?
Yes.
3,000-yard seasons, get you in the Hall of Fame, bro?
They're winning They're beating the Seahawks without Julian Edelman.
Bro,
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, bro. Yes.
He never started a full season. He never played every game in the season. He never crossed 1,000. He only crossed 1,000 yards 3 times.
Edelman is a product of a system that is great. Belichick is great. Brady is great. The Patriots are great. They're American. Like, bro, this whole entire system is like, that's what it is. Edelman just happened to have his fortune handed to him by having a illustrious career, just being in.
He never started a full season.
There's nothing about Julian Edelman that's been handed to him. What are you talking about?
Bro, what?
That is the furthest thing from Julius Edelman, talking about something being handed to him. Everything in his career he worked for.
I'm not saying he didn't work to be a great receiver.
You just said, based off the system, everything he had was handed to him.
The championships, I think so. Yes. You have to work hard to stay healthy. I mean, that's obvious. But I'm saying as far as like, there are other great receivers who have worked just as hard as him, evident by their numbers.
Look at his targets. My goodness.
Bro, we're not saying that this dude is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. We know that it's other receivers.
He's not going to be a Hall of Famer.
Other receivers.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, period. So we could just.
It's plenty other receivers are going to be ahead of him, of course. But when the time comes and it's not receivers on the board and he's there, bro, he's going to be all.
You realize Jarvis and Odell already have better numbers than him. And there are going to be other receivers that come up and have better numbers than him. He's never going to make it, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't think Jarvis Landry is going to be a Hall of Famer.
I'm not going to say he's not going to make it because I've seen him I could see them doing it just because after the Owens was in first.
Well, if that's the case, if Jarvis is going to be a Hall of Famer, then Julian Edelman needs to be a Hall of Famer.
Who?
Easily.
Who?
Jarvis Landry. If Jarvis Landry could be a Hall of Famer, Julian Edelman is definitely a Hall of Famer. Definitely.
Jarvis broke the record for the first 5 seasons. In the first,
Edelman holds 2 second places.
He broke the receptions. He broke a record. The records Michael Thomas broke are the records that Jarvis Landry had.
And Michael Thomas broke them. Julian Edelman is second in everything playoff ever.
And then wait, second in what?
Everything.
No,
wise, second in everything.
Yes, Derek, go look it up.
He's second in touchdowns.
Yes, go look it up.
I'm looking at his playoff record, and he only has 5 touchdowns. So. That's a playoff. That's good enough to be second best in the playoffs ever.
Hey, low key.
So, congrats. 5 touchdowns. Yards I can see. And then when he got all these yards, the seasons where he had all these yards, the targets are off the charts. Michael Thomas, Drew Brees target attempts. 24 attempts, 16 catches, 173.
Jay Rice is getting
7 attempts, 26 catches, 281. 29 attempts, 17. 36 attempts, 21. 35 attempts, 26.
He's number 1.
Why?
They went to the playoffs about the same amount of times.
Across the middle.
I got a question.
Ask it, Jason. Let's talk to us, man.
So, I don't think receiver-wise, this guy won't make it to the Hall of Fame. But, do you think Devin Hester will make it to the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he deserves it more than Julian Edelman.
Oh, wow.
Returnman specialist. He broke records as a returnman. That's an accomplishment. That's a big accomplishment.
Wow.
He was literally considered the best returnman in the league.
I understand why you.
He have the record for punt returns and kick returns still to this day.
I think he's a Hall of Famer too. Trust me, I think he's a Hall of Famer too. But over Julian Edelman,
he's gonna make it as a return specialist. Who cares? The position won't matter. He has the most ever. That is different.
He literally carried the Bears to the Super Bowl, like literally, because of his.
He scored in the first play of the Super Bowl.
No, he didn't. They had one of the best defenses in
defense, special teams. Yes,
but not. You said
bro, you have points.
What times the offense didn't score, he did score. It was times like the opening kickoff that he literally scored on in the Super Bowl.
Just think about your words more carefully next time, because he did not.
If your offense doesn't put up points for the defense, your defense can't just carry you. If you have no points, your defense can't just carry you to shut out games.
I think Devin Hester gets in off of special teams.
He definitely gets in, but he returned 14 kicks in that one season or something. Like he wasn't
his career.
And like nobody's close. Not 14 now.
But nobody's close.
I understand. He's going to the Hall of Fame for that. Trust me. But I'm not saying he was the sole reason on why they went to what's it called that one time.
I think he'll get in, but he's gonna wait like Edelman, in my opinion.
I don't think he'll wait.
He'll wait. You're not gonna get in like that. He'll wait, but
Oh, your guys ready to put a bow on this conversation?
Wrap it up then.
Just wanna is Fitzgerald a Hall of Famer? I would think so, right?
Before Julian Edelman, yes.
I can agree with that.
Hines Ward not even in, bro. Come on, it's so many.
Bro, we
it's
did
so
not
many
say he's
people.
a number one ballot.
No, that's the point. How long he gonna wait?
Bro, we don't care. As long as he gets in, it's fine.
He gonna keep waiting. He gonna have to keep waiting. Keep waiting.
All right. As you
And
guys
I'm not
know,
saying it's like I didn't like him as a
gotta
player,
think about
but
it
I'm just
politically,
saying, bro,
too.
he's not
You gotta
like.
think about it politically. He's not finna wait that long. I'm gonna be honest and honest. As
That's
soon as
why I
you notice
said
all the
what I
ones
said
that's
at the
supposed to
beginning.
be there are gonna go in, he's gonna get politically, yes. He's gonna go in.
There's gonna get mad about this, but it just needs to be said. There is no discussion when it comes to who is the better receiver, Chad Johnson or Julian Edelman. But when
There's no discussion.
Chad Johnson is the better receiver, yes.
Oh.
When it comes to Hall of Fame, Julian Edelman should get the nod over the Hall of
Why?
Fame.
Why? Based on what? Playoff statistics? Because he played with Carson Palmer, he can't get in? Get out of here, bro. Play with Brady one season. Get out of here, please. He's not better than him at anything.
I mean,
He's not better than him at anything.
Ocho played with Brady.
Nothing.
And
He's not better than him at nothing.
He told you himself he couldn't hack it.
He's not better than him at
Couldn't
nothing.
handle it. The role they wanted to put him in,
He's
Julian.
not better than him at nothing.
He could have had all Julian's success. He couldn't hack it. He told you that himself.
He
So
went there one season
and he
then was like, "This is too much for me." Okay, and then he retired.
Julian did what?
But he spent another 8+ seasons with the Bengals.
He
That's just a race.
He retired for a different reason. He messed himself up.
No, Dean Thomas when he went to the Dolphins. But it was by that time it was like, okay, I'm just team hopping and whatever.
all right. The NFL draft is April 29th. It's fastly approaching. Last week he did superlatives. Man, what y'all think about the draft? I don't have no draft specific segment here today. I ain't gonna be honest. Jace, you got your hand up, so you take it away, bud.
I got something. I seen something on ESPN.
I'll talk to us.
And it just didn't sit right with me, okay?
All right, talk to us, bud.
They have 4 quarterbacks over Justin Fields, and I just don't understand why. I don't. What's the Trey dude? Trey Lance. Trey Lance. Zach Wilson. Mac Jones. I think it was another dude.
Trevor.
It wasn't Trevor. It was another dude or something like that. And that just don't sit right with me. I don't understand why we're downplaying Justin Fields' quarterback ability. He's 6'3", 4.4 speed, and got an arm
Cannon.
He's accurate.
Boing.
Throw off the run, all that accomplished. And why we got four quarterbacks that are not as accomplished as him? Maybe Mac Jones.
Count him.
But that's because he's in the system. We don't count that. So I don't understand why they saying this about my boy Justin Fields. I just don't understand it.
Well,
I understand that, but I don't.
We know why throughout the history of.
We know why. That's what I'm saying. I just had to make a point.
There's always racial stereotypes that are put upon the black quarterback. We've seen it with Lamar Jackson. We're now seeing it with Justin Fields. Dwayne Haskins went through something similar. Warren Moon, he had to go to the CFL first to get a shot before he could go to the NFL. This is just the history of the NFL. Unfortunately, that's what happens until teams and scouts change the way they think. These things will continue to happen. And although I think falling in the draft is not bad. It's bad in terms of money, but in terms of talent and being on a good team, falling in the draft is not bad. But if you're in it for the money though, then it's kind of like you ain't gonna get as much as the first, second, or third pick. But Denver's has a nice roster. The Panthers have a nice roster. The Patriots are trying to build a nice roster with their free agency. They just brought in. So going to those places, you'll be in a more better position to win rather going to the Jets, to the Jaguars. But except the Niners, the Niners is that's a great place to go.
Niners do not pick Justin Fields. It will be the greatest blunder possible. I mean, they lucked up that the Jets were idiots and didn't take pick for Sam Darnold, and they got into a better situation. But if they do the unexpected and let in my opinion, easily the second best quarterback in this draft,
Yep.
fall. I mean, for the next decade, you're putting this on your quarterback that he's going to hear about it, because I can tell you now, I would love for them to pass on Justin Fields. I mean, you're telling me that I get to play Mac Jones instead of Justin Fields for 10 years?
Boy,
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
Sam Donald story. I'm seeing ghosts.
Thank you. No, that I think any quarterback that goes to the 49ers is going to be a above average minimum quarterback because of the system, because of the weapons, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, because of the 49ers are going to be one of the best franchises for years to come. They have the talent, they have the front office. The quarterback has been their only issue, but I do not see how you could mess this up. It is whoever's there is the best pick between Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, and I don't know how you mess this up, but I pray you do. I pray you do.
I think because I do agree with whoever goes to San Fran is going to be nice, but early on in their career, I think they'll have success. But later down the road, when Trent Williams retires, when George Kittle starts to age, when you can't keep all of those talent receivers on the outside, when Bosa and Armstead, you need to go land a big secondary pickup in free agency because you get a kid on the back end. I think when things aren't perfect around Mac Jones, that is when, behind a quarterback, that's when you need your athletic ability, your playmaking ability to take over. And that's what Justin Fields provides. I think whoever goes there, like Jones goes there, I think he'll have success. But when that team starts aging, when your cap is hitting the wall, you have to cut players. I think that's when they'll lose. They'll be like, oh, wow, we should have went with a more mobile, agile quarterback rather than just the standard quarterback pocket passer. It's just, my stomach hurt.
Didn't they go see him recently?
Yeah, they just went to the Ohio State second pro day. Everybody holding pro days and everybody running 40 times. Interesting.
Mac Jones.
Before I move on to my last topic, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on. Let me find it real quick. Hold on. There was a report that Trevor Lawrence,
the boy got married recently, didn't he?
He did. Congratulations, Trevor Lawrence. Congratulations. He doesn't have a chip on his shoulder, man. There was a report that came out and said he loves football. He has passion for it, but he isn't all that crazy about it. But he's happy with it. And people are starting to speculate, is this a red flag to take Trevor Lawrence? Or should we take a player who isn't as loving the game of football as other quarterbacks like Brady and them in the past? And I just want to say, when I saw that report and heard that story, I just want to say, I think this is the new generation of athletes that we're about to see. It's about not players that's always obsessed with hard working, but they're going to put in the work. But that's not all they're going to be about. They're going to have to take some time, be with their family, have mental health days, things like that. That's just the next crop of athletes that we're seeing. And maybe it's they're being spoon fed, things like that. Their family always keeping them protected. But at the end of the day, there's a saying where when you're a parent, like our parents, you work hard as your life so your child has it easier. I think that's the mentality these next group of professional athletes are starting to take. And we've seen it with that Trevor Lawrence quote. So I just found that interesting. Wanted to point that out to you guys. Draft is April 29th, round 1. Looking forward to that. Last thing. What team do you guys think will make a trade round 1? It can either be late first round, early first round, or middle rounds. Which team do you think will trade up?
Denver.
With who?
Atlanta.
And go get a quarterback. Okay.
Say the Patriots.
Trade up with who?
I can see like Atlanta.
I think Falcons are in a position to trade back to go get that quarterback because I don't think the Bengals taking one. The Dolphins aren't going to take one. Then the Lions, that's at 7, may take one, even though they got golf.
I'm not for sure on the Patriots take. I feel like Cam has. I feel like they're going to start Cam.
I agree.
But if they pick up a quarterback, that's essentially there to say bro, you better get it together, or you up next.
He gonna be up next. He gonna play.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Next man up, Patriot way.
We got you, John. What you got, man? Which team do you think will make trade up in the NFL draft round 1?
Hopefully the Bears get it right. You a star player that's gonna bring some hype to the franchise. Because this Andy Dalton thing is still unsettling. But in all seriousness, the Falcons are like in a position to trade up. Just being that Matt Ryan is a lot of uncertainty with the fan base, uncertainty with the organization on what they're really going to do with him and what the plan is. So why not trade up, get you a quarterback, and try to just make the most out of this draft? Because I think this is a pretty talented draft. Like the pool of players that are going to come out. I think if they go into the right situation, then they'll have a chance to thrive. A lot of times, it's not necessarily the draft that is really bad. It's the teams that draft those players and the systems they go into. But you just think about maybe Sam Darnold in a different situation. Maybe his career is elevated a little bit more. Even Trubisky. So I just think that if the players go to the right team, then they'll thrive. And the Falcons have an opportunity to do that, and they definitely need to. I don't know. I think if they're going to get Fields, or I know Fields is expected to drop, so they could wait, but it's just too much going on. I think they should trade up and however get the best player available. Like not even just quarterback, whatever they need to do.
Which team you still talking about?
So what?
What team were you talking about again?
The Falcons.
Oh, they have the 4th pick, so I think they will get best available at that pick. I was going to ask you though, John. Me and Co was speculating last week that since Bridgewater will be on the move since the Panthers acquired Sam Darnold, would you like Bridgewater to be your quarterback of the Bears? Would you see that fit? No. Why not?
I don't even think the Bears are even interested in Bridgewater at all. I mean, his precision is nice and his accuracy is really, better than most quarterbacks out there that are starting in the league, especially Andy, I think for sure. But they trust Andy for some reason. I don't think they trust Bridgewater. And when you really think about what offense really thrives off of, it's the quarterback and head coach relationship. So I don't see Nagy and Bridgewater having that type of chemistry to thrive. So no, I'm not interested.
All right. Good. No, Demond, last but not least.
I definitely think, the Falcons is the most consensus answer. They really can't go wrong in this draft, trading back or getting the best player available. But I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions at 7 are really going to hold the cards to the table because right around that range after the Falcons, there's a whole lot that can happen just with picks. I don't really see those 3 teams being the Falcons, Bengals, and Dolphins trading. Rather, I see those teams making picks that could have a domino effect upon each other and the whole draft. The Falcons decide not to go quarterback and go Sewell, then that almost, in my opinion, forces the Bengals to pick Jamar Chase. Or if the Falcons don't, and they decide to go Fields or even trade back and somebody else come Fields, they could still go Jamar Chase. And then the Dolphins could go Sewell or Devontae Smith, reunite him with Tua. Jamar Chase could still be there if the Bengals don't. It's just a lot that can happen with those 3 picks. So I think that'll be the domino effect. And depending on the quarterback still available after that, Detroit's going to have a lot to consider. Carolina just traded for Darnold, but who knows if they think he's the answer. So you could look at Denver right there at 9, feeling like, hey, we got to go above Carolina and get the guy that we like. But, John Elway has this very specific mindset about who he wants to come be the guy in Denver. So it's just very interesting. You got the Patriots at 15. It's a lot of things that can happen, but there's going to be a domino effect, I believe, in right there in the 4, 5, 6 positions. That's going to bring some trades between. It's going to bring a lot of market for Detroit to be able to acquire some more picks.
I got you. I like that. I like it. Yeah, I guess. The NFL draft coming up. We will do our mock draft for you guys. Look forward to that. We will drop those before draft day, of course, so be on the lookout for that. Last thing, football, before we go to music. Eddie George will be the next football head coach for Tennessee State University, HBCU in Tennessee. I don't know if you guys saw the news or not, but how you guys feel about it? When I saw it, I was happy that, of course, HBCUs are getting exposure, but I feel that these big time pro football Hall of Fame type players becoming coaches, taking like the shine away from other coaches that have been in these positions. I know that them going to these HBCUs is to spread awareness, but also build a football program. But I don't want them just to overshadow the coaches who've been there, been doing the work, and just taking the recognition from them.
As a parent, I don't care nothing about that. You have all the tools now. I'm literally sending my son to your university to go to the league. I mean, that's what a lot of these parents are thinking. You get to go play for Deion. You get to go play for Eddie George, one of the best running backs ever, rushing for 2K, all that. Like, especially specific position-wise. I mean, you got all the tools. DB's got to be circling to go play for Deion. Now running backs playing for Eddie George. Different things like this are going to pop up. And, of course, the league, knowing that these guys are setting up these things and having a specific way they want to go, they're going to get more attention. I seen Deion talk about it the other day because they have a very specific, I believe, HBCU combine. And Deion was like, that's not enough. We want that official next step. And that's what me and some of these guys, you know, are looking for, bigger picture in all these athletic departments and how we can elevate the game. So Eddie George stepping into that role, I'm sure he's probably talked to Deion about what that means, bigger picture. And I love it, man. I love it. That's what we talked about with, you know, talking about, I think it was Mikey and all these kids when, you know, last year everything broke out and we were talking about more students going to HBCUs and whatnot. Now we're taking that route in football. So I love to see it.
All right.
I think that's the lay of the land. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, right. Car, you can go to music, bud.
Trae Young got 15 points on what, 4 for 16 shooting?
Just came back off an injury. Not 100%.
Don't matter.
Not 100%.
Don't matter. Jason Tatum came back off injury and now has to use a inhaler before games. And I seen him hit a dagger the other night. Don't matter. Don't want to hear that. Because Derek told me, oh, Trae Young better than Jason Tatum. He's not even top 5 under 25. Who's that? Said that, Derek? Word for word?
The mind's calling me out. Yeah, I said it.
I just wanted the podcast to see you wrong.
I'm wrong about what? What does Jason Tatum have to do with Trae Young? You losing to the Bucks, huh? The same Bucks that Jason Tatum can't beat.
Can't beat. He literally hitting 2 game winners over Giannis this year. What are you talking about?
They can't beat them in a series.
But you said, podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Derek did say that the Hawks would beat the Heat in a series. He did say that.
I think it's a strong possibility the Hawks could beat the Heat in the series.
I don't think there is no chance at all.
Well, that's why they don't pay you to think.
Well, they don't pay you for nothing either. So guess we're in the same position with 0 certifications.
Last week, matter of fact, no, I'm gonna keep going. Last week, we got a couple singles and a couple projects. My favorite was that Polo G Rap Star, which is trending towards #1 on the Billboard charts. Going crazy. This week coming up, we will be receiving YSL, Slime Language 2. That's what everybody pretty much excited for. Big Scar, Big Grim Reaper. And then y'all listen to him. Jacquees back with another Q mix.
Spicy features.
Jacquees with a Q mix 4. I Love McConan is back with My Parade. And Saweetie Pretty Summer Playlist Season 1. She think he Drake? Zaytoven also dropping a project. In 415, I think is how you say it.
Let's go.
Singles. We're getting Inferior Foreign, Self-Made. We're getting K Camp, Life Has Changed featuring P&B Rock. We're getting NLE Chopper, 35 Shots. We getting Lil Baby, On Me Remix featuring Meg Thee Stallion. Come in.
Little baby or little baby?
Baby. On Me.
Can't wait.
And I got 2 top 5s this week because people are talking crazy.
Let's go.
We can start off with the sports one. Give me the top 5 players under 25 so I can make a mockery of all of you.
Let's go.
Sports or NBA?
Top 5 NBA players.
Top five.
Under 25.
We've done this like 5 times in chat.
No, we have in the
Never done this in the chat.
We have.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all just let him be. He just be talking because we have never done this in chat.
Let's go.
Already.
John, you ready? You can take it off, bud. Take us home.
All right. Number 1, Luka Doncic. We're not gonna argue. Number 2, Zion Williamson. All right. Number 3, I'm gonna give the nod to Jason Tatum. Number 4, I'm gonna go Ja Morant. And number 5, I'm gonna conclude it with Trae Young. That's my top 5 under 25.
All right. I just made a makeshift list of my own, so I can go first. All right. Number 1, I have Luka Doncic. Number 2, I have Zion Williamson. Number 3, I have Donovan Mitchell. Number 4, I have Jason Tatum. And number 5, I have Devin Booker.
Number 5, I have Donovan Mitchell. Number 4, I have Devin Booker. Number 3, I have Zion Williamson. Number 2, I have Jason Tatum. And number 1, I have Luka Doncic. And I do want to say my honorable mention will be Ja Morant. Thank you.
And last but not least, JC Stewart.
All right. I got Luka number 1. I got Zion number 2. I got let me go Jason Tatum number 3. Then I'm gonna go I'll go Trae. I'll go Trae number 4. Trae number 4. And then y'all gonna hate me for this one. I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown number 5.
Yeah, I got Jaylen Brown somewhere near Jason Tatum because they ain't that far apart.
Let's go.
Anywho, it amazed me that John didn't have Donovan Mitchell. So I'll just, for reference, let y'all know my list from last time. It was Luka, Zion, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, then Devin Booker.
Did I say D-Book?
You did not.
But like you can't have Tatum without Jaylen Brown somewhere in the vicinity. Also, I think Brandon Ingram is in that same boat as well.
I think Ja's crazy, man.
Ja is 5, but it's just hard to put him over.
Ja top 5 though.
I don't think Ja top 5 yet.
Top
I mean, he could be. And it's like we don't really get to see his full potential because Jan always hurt.
I mean, I'll take Ja over Donovan Mitchell, but that's
crazy as hell.
I take Zion over Luka, but that's just
I like Ja Morant more than Donovan Mitchell.
Bro, hold on.
I'm not putting him over.
If Donovan did not have Rudy Gobert, he would not be in the same situation. But I will say JV is a good replacement, but JV missed a lot of games this year.
When Rudy Gobert was trash, Donovan Mitchell still.
Gobert is, bro, he's 2-time defensive player of the year. Like
I'm saying, like if you go back to the last 4 seasons when he couldn't even score a bucket, they were still making the alls.
2-time defensive player of the year, and that helps you win games.
Ja's not better than Donovan Mitchell.
Not like I don't know how you crack it. I mean,
I got Zion over Luka, but that's just me though.
I had him over there till he.
You got Zion number 1, Jace?
I had Zion number 1 on my first one. Then I said, then Luka did some 5 stuff, and I had to put Luka back number 1. I think those two are interchangeable though.
I don't see how you could put Zion over Luka if Zion never made the postseason. That's just me.
But he only been in this league what 2 less years.
Yeah, I could put Zion over.
Yeah, but I'm saying Luka made it his second year.
That just
Right, this is Zion's second year, and they might make it.
I don't see how you put Zion over JT, but that's just me.
Zion over JT
He's because he's way better than him. That's not even close. I don't even think that's
right now.
Way.
Zion's the most efficient scorer in the league right now.
Man said, I don't see how you got Zion over JT.
He was on. You see, he was the only one that put that boy that high. That's why I said it's like talking to a wall.
JT got to get that killer instinct for me, bro. I'm sorry.
He literally
Say he got it. Lion say he got it.
He literally
because he hit game winners in the regular season.
Okay.
If you no, hey Demond, honestly, if you're gonna say, well, we both said it. Devin Booker has that game for the playoffs. Honestly, Jason Tatum should have that same game too.
Jason Tatum literally had it, and the only reason he didn't go to the finals as a rookie is because he played the best player ever, in my opinion. As you take one player and you say this is the best a player has ever played, is LeBron and the Cavs in 2018. Jason Tatum could not get past that. That's gone.
So what's the
why didn't beat him last year?
Exactly. He's gone.
Kemba Walker. What the hell?
Oh, no.
Hell no. You can't say that.
No. If you're the best player, you got to overcome poor teammates.
That boy, Jason Tatum, his game is literally a bucket. But he ain't got that killer in him, man. He ain't got it like Donovan.
He have it in him. I just think
he ain't got it like Donovan.
Sorry,
He's not who y'all think he is right now, but maybe when he get out of Boston, maybe he will be. If he
bro. I still think that him or Jaylen Brown could be a 1 and 2 in the league. Not on the same team, but they could be a 1 and 2 in the league. Your
Jaylen Brown.
games are
I can't wait till Jaylen Brown leave or
Jaylen
something,
Brown
and then he
is
go
a
thrive
good-
somewhere else, and then
Jaylen
everybody
Brown-
got to see the truth.
He's a really good player. He really is, but he's not better than Tatum.
he's not better than Jason Tatum.
I think they wouldn't what.
I mean, it depends on what night.
I think they wouldn't what. I think Tatum got him offensively in some things, and then defensively is not even close.
Yeah, Jaylen.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say not even close because Tatum not that bad.
Not even
I
close.
think Brown is better defensively, Tatum better offensively, but they're like peanut butter and jelly.
Nah, what's it called? Jaylen Brown is light years away, defensive wise, from Jason Tatum.
Light years.
Now we hop into my last top 5 / top 10 maybe. Brought to you by Bruiser's girlfriend. You know that top 10 albums 2016. One of the best years in music.
Wait. Are we gonna say so? Look. I got a question for you. I think I asked y'all this before, but was 2020 better than 2016 music wise?
No, probably not.
Yes,
What came out in 2020?
Everything.
everything came out in 2020.
Probably not better than 2016, bro.
Nah,
No,
I'm taking 2016 over 2020.
Okay, can we look at it before we do the top 10? Can we please look at it?
Bruh, 2020 is the best music year ever.
Again,
Nah, it's
we're
not.
buying into the hype
It
tomorrow.
was good though, but it wasn't all that.
Definitely, bro. I'm telling you it is, bro.
I'm taking 2018 over 2020. So why would I
My
pick
turn.
2020 over
Starting
2020?
to take
Like 2018 over 2016 as well.
top
20? Yeah, I'm taking 2018 over 2016 and 2020.
Huh?
2018 was hard. You tripping.
2018 is number one.
2018
you're,
was number
y'all
one.
are insane.
Bruh, that was the year that every rapper, every producer, except for like 1 or 2, was dropping
It's
projects.
that Rocky drop.
Travis dropped,
So much
Travis
fun,
drop. J. Cole,
Kanye dropped. Everybody was dropping in 2020.
Cudi
Wait.
drop. Like everybody dropped in 2020, bro. The
That's
weekend.
what's up,
I mean,
KLB.
2018. The weekend drop.
Working.
My boy Wiz drop.
Kevin Gates dropped.
Trippie Redd drop.
Playboy Cardi dropped.
Yes, bro. Like 2018 is for me number one.
Nah, it definitely isn't touching 2020. I'm sorry.
It's definitely not touching 20.
I'm a star boy.
I already know what number one is 2016.
Look what you done.
No,
I
you
think
don't.
everybody's number one should be the same.
Why ain't give us this list ahead of time?
No,
What
it's not.
was your top 10 for this week,
Oh,
Derek?
my bad, John. I guess we don't do these on rare occasions anymore, but here is another top 10. No debating. We will do our top 10 albums for the year of 2016. I was in 10th grade. I'm Jason Stalking.
Huh?
All right, bet. Just let you know I'm talking. I'll be going first this time since Demal was looking through my list during pre-production, well, post-production, whatever you want to call it. I got 3 honorable mentions. A Seat at a Table by Solange. Great album. Cranes in the Skies is on that album as well. Another honorable mention is Lemonade, Beyonce. You can't tell me your girl you talked to wasn't singing, sorry, I ain't sorry. So I got to put that on there. And also Lil Uzi Vert versus the World, another honorable mention on here.
Whoa, what?
Yes, honorable mention, but
Oh, wow.
I'm talking.
Let him do his list, Chase. Damn.
Man, I don't interrupt you.
Weird.
Number 10, I have Jeffrey by Young Thug. Number 9, I have Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper. Number 8, I have Savage Mode, 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. Got to side out No Heart on there and things like that. Number 7, I have Views by Drake. So people are surprised to see Views on my list, but I put it on here, guys. Views by Drake, man. Number 6, I have Dangerous Woman, Ariana Grande. Great album. First time I listened to a full Ariana Grande project, just top to bottom, just great songs. Nice features, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Future on there. Number 5, some may say this is too low. They may be right. Anti, Rihanna. Same Old Mistakes, work. Good Night, Gotham, stuff like that. Rihanna's in her bag. That was really a great album, and that was really hard. Number 4, Still Brazy by YG. A good way to follow up after that great debut album from YG. Just solid all around, and also had that anthem FDT on there because FDT. Number 3, Kevin Gates, Isla. His first debut album. Nice intro, not the only one. Great songs all around. Pride, One Thing, Jam. Just a great album for Kevin Gates. Became a huge fan after that. Number 2, Birds in the Trap, Sam McKnight, Travis Scott. That's arguably Travis Scott's best album from top to bottom. Great intro, and it has his best intro of all his projects on there. The Ends featuring Andre 3000. Have Kendrick Lamar on there as well. Songs 1 through 3, The Ends way back, and Coordinate, just a great way to introduce the album. It was really great project. And number 1, it was highly anticipated. I stayed up till watching the Saturday Night Live or whatever performance that was late at night.
And he didn't drop it that night.
And he did not drop it that night. The Life of Pablo, Kanye West, has one of my favorite songs ever on there. Saint Pablo, great outro track on the deluxe. Can't forget Ultralight Beam. You saw the famous music video for all my Southside people that know me the best. You know what I'm saying? Highlights, lowlights, waves, just a great project and a great year of 2016 music. Jace,
Let me go next. Yeah, I'll go next because Jay's gonna be here forever. My honorable mention, a classic, man. Gunna, Drip Season. Yeah, there's some classics on there. My number 10, Jeffrey, Young Thug. It's funny, I go back to back because YSL dropping tonight. Slat. Number 9, I'm gonna go with The Perfect Love Tape, Lil Uzi Vert. Number 8, go back to back with Lil Uzi Vert, Versus the World. Number 7, I got ASAP Mob, Cozy Tapes Volume 1, Friends. You see a lot of people out here wearing the shirts. They don't even listen to the tape. It's cool, though. It's cool.
Who's that one song on there with all of them?
That's, I think you're talking about Telephones. Yeah. But my number 5, my top 5, not yours. Savage Mode, 21 Savage, Metro Boomin. Number 4, The Weeknd, man. Secrets. Hey, slept on Weeknd album. It's very slept on.
Secrets.
Starboy. I was looking at the song title. I don't know how I got here, but I have 4 albums left. Number 4, Views, Drake. Number 3, Anti, Rihanna. Number 2, Birds in the Trap, Sing Night, Travis Scott. And number 1, Blonde, Frank Ocean. Come on, too easy. Thank you. Next.
You got it, Jace.
All right. I got 2 honorable mentions, okay? First honorable mention is Collie Grove, okay? I like it. It's my list. What's wrong with you, all right? Second honorable mention is Lemonade. I gotta love me some Beyonce. I always do. Number 10 is Isla. I think that isn't that how you say it? Isla? Yeah, from by Kevin Gates. Number 9 is Views by Drake. Wasn't his best album, but you know, it's Drake at the end of the day. Number 8, Savage Mode. What was it, you know? Number 7, Birds in the Trap. Not my favorite Travis Scott album, not mine, but you know, it was still a good album. Number 6, Jeffrey. Lord Sign Winecliff. Yes. Jeffrey. Hey, number 5. When I first started listening to my favorite artist right now. Well, it's not my first, it was my first time. But 38 Baby by NBA Youngboy. Number 5. Yep. I'm a 38 Baby, go get me. Yeah.
I told you was gonna find a way to put them on there.
Y'all know about that one. I think the rest of them are straight mixtapes. No. Okay. So number 4, y'all ain't say this one, which kind of confused me because we were doing mixtapes. Lil Boat by Lil Yachty.
No, I knew it. I knew it was on there.
Okay. You're weird. All right. Number 3, we got Love Tape by Lil Uzi Vert. That was the second best tape he came out with that year.
No.
Number 2, I got Slime Season 3. We all know about that's a classic. Not the best Slime Season. Well, no. It is the best Slime Season in my opinion. He didn't miss at all.
Slime Season 3 is better than Slime Season 2 to you?
Yes, he didn't miss at all. He went 8 for 8. He did. He went 8 for 8. I can't hear you, Rose. So I got
better than 2 though.
It is. So I got 2 number 1s. Okay, I got 1B and 1A, or 1A, 1B, however you want to do it. So 1A, I got Lil Uzi Versus the World. That shaped my whole summer for 2016. Summer 16, everybody knows summer 16 was one of the best summers of all time.
Yeah.
So that shaped my whole summer.
Yeah,
And
last day of school for me. Mhm.
Exactly. I remember, boy, them upperclassmen was looking at me like, he's so happy for versus the world. Now they want to be Lil Uzi. What's it called? My last one, 1A, 1B, it doesn't matter. Life of Pablo by Kanye West. Okay. That's one of his best albums in my opinion. It's not the best I think I would put Yeezus over Life of Pablo. But yeah,
That's a hot take, bub. I appreciate it.
I'm putting Yeezus over Life of Pablo. But yeah, that's my top 10, no debate.
Top 10. Johnny Mars.
Yeah, on the ultra light beam.
I swap place with you this time, John, to give you more time, bud. Take it away.
Yeah, nah, facts. 2016 is a great year. Even just going analytically into the music that was released, like it's hard to make a list. But let's get it. I have a lot of honorable mentions, so just bear with me. Malibu by Anderson .Paak, honorable mention. I have September 5th by Division, honorable mention. Dangerous by Ariana Grande. Logic by Bobby. Logic, he dropped a tape called Bobby Tarantino. Major Key, DJ Khaled, always a hit when he puts music together. The Divine Feminine, Mac Miller, honorable mention. Coloring Book, Chance, Savage Mode, 21 and Metro Boomin, and Slime Season 3, all were my honorable mentions. Also Lil Boat, Lil Yachty, honorable mention. All right, top 10, no debating. Number 10 for 2016, I have Isla, Kevin Gates. Number 9, I have Lil Uzi Vert, Versus the World. Great tape. Number 8, I have Lemonade by Beyonce. Again, this list is created by the most songs I have downloaded. And I do have a lot of songs downloaded on these tapes, but Lemonade is kind of low. But I thought it was a good album. Number 7, Shape My Entire Homecoming for this year. Post Malone, Stoney. White Iverson, great song. If you look, congratulations, Lil Quavo, great song. Post Malone really did his thing on that album. Number 6, I have Anti by Rihanna. Very beautiful crafted album. Number 5, The Life of Pablo. Number 4, I have Birds in the Trap Sync, Brian McKnight by Travis Scott. Number 3, I have The Weeknd, Starboy. Number 2, I have Drake, Views, of course. And number 1, Grammy Award-winning album, I have Blonde by Frank Ocean.
He didn't win a Grammy for it. Wasn't eligible.
Oh, snap. That's crazy.
He took the Grammys for Channel Orange, and then he said he'll never let another album be up there again.
Wait, what?
That seems to be a common theme here for these artists.
He said Channel Orange won a Grammy, and then after that, he realized he didn't rock with the Grammy or labels or none of that. And Blind was the album he dropped as a solo artist, but he didn't put it up to be nominated for a Grammy because he didn't want to be a part of it no more.
A lot of artists seem to be doing that lately, bud.
So he dropped Endless, then he dropped Blind the next day. Endless was like his last album on Def
It's
Jam.
all right, Frank. It's all right, Frank. If the package was out in 2016, would have got you, man.
Why was his hair green, but what's it called was called blonde? I never understood that.
You ain't woke enough, Jace.
I know I'm not at all. I don't listen to him. I listen to NBA YoungBoy.
He from New Orleans, the White Orleans friend.
Yeah, Jace, you think if he had maybe like a 38
Yeah, he
card?
from New Orleans. He said he
I
from New
know he's
Orleans.
from Louisiana, but I know he's from New Orleans.
Yeah,
New
Jace.
Orleans.
Oh my God! I gotta listen to him now.
Yeah, Jace about to be
He
right.
went to John Eric. He went to the same high school as Dirty and a lot of other couple other athletes.
You heard me, Derek?
I don't think I'm gonna listen to him, but
That boy Jace finna be doing 100 and an 80 listen to American Wedding.
But I ain't gonna lie, he got some stuff that, bruh, if you listen to him from the beginning, like his beginning to now, you be like,
you a sad boy. You gonna rock with it, Jace?
real. I'm
gonna have you calling Shorty back.
no.
He might. All right, let me go ahead and wrap it up then. All right, I got a couple honorable mentions, like John said. Honorable mentions: Chance Coloring Book. I couldn't put it in my top 10 because there's a lot of good music, but I played that album through the roof. Smoke Break is probably my favorite track off there. Perfect Love Tape. It's hard to put Lil Uzi out of your top 10, but I had to but it was some bangers on there. I listened to it last week actually. And what's the song? Driving. That song went crazy. Beyonce Lemonade, honorable mention. Kendrick Lamar Untitled is an honorable mention because people sleep on there, but he had a couple gems on there before he dropped
Hip hip.
No, a lot of people that love it.
Hooray!
what's the one? And you the truth.
Hip hip.
I'll say untitled.
Oh, he started singing like
Hooray!
is the truth. You come on. That he was snapping on them.
Hip hip.
It was like a
Hooray!
live. It felt like he had like a live band. He was with a live band and recording and rapping or whatever, freestyling. Number 5, Savage Mode, 21 Savage and Metro. Great debut, Ocean Drive. Play that to this day. When I'm in Miami, that's all I want to play is Ocean Drive the whole time. Honorable mention, Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. Hard to not put my boy in the top 10, but you got to shout out that album. Versace on the Floor was on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. And that album
I
didn't
know
know.
that came out that year. That definitely is probably made my list, honestly.
The Lines, A Seat at the Table. Oh, I know we got the Cranes in the Sky and the Forest by Us, and we got the song with Wayne, Mad. But is this song on there called Don't Wish Me Well? It's like she's singing, like on some like her sister type stuff. Great vibe. Frank Ocean, Endless. Hard to not put this in my top 10 because I love this album. It's low-key my favorite Frank project, but it's got like songs that I just blast a lot off there. And last but not least, The Weeknd, Starboy, like the mom played Memories and Reminders. I could play Reminder like going out over and over and over again. Top 10, number 10, I got that boy Jeffrey.
Wait,
Young Thug Jeffrey.
You did a whole top 10 of honorable mentions?
No, I'm on Jeffrey.
Okay.
No, you did like 10 honorable
Nah,
mentions.
you did a
It was
lot.
9 if we count them, but I don't care. It's 2016, man. Young Thug Jeffrey. Number 9, Lil Uzi Vert versus The World. One of my favorite Lil Uzi songs, probably my favorite Lil Uzi song. Grab the Wheel. I was broke. I was just at home. Ain't that right, bro? Now you on the road?
Good job, the shows.
There you go, Jace. I need some.
Yeah, rockin' pop.
Hey, I got that boy Post Malone, Stoney. Ooh, I fall apart.
Yeah.
It's just that song there, and White Iverson. That was a great time in my life. Number 7, I got Division, September 5th. Great debut. One of my favorite duos. Song on there called Angela. Great. And The Line. The Line is a 9-minute song. You want to cry about your girl? Go listen to The Line. Number 6, I got Drake Views. Still here, my favorite to this day. I play that over and over again. And then shout out to DMX, RP DMX, because what do you want from on some DMX?
Yeah.
I didn't say it. I group DM my exes. I tell her she belonged to me, but that goes on. See, bro. And the banger that is probably everybody knows is that
Controller.
Finna Ways. I mean, the Controller was, that's what I'm saying. Controller's on that album in One Dance, but that Finna Ways was a bop to me.
The whole album is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's like it aged well, but it was good. It was good to me from the jump. Number 5, The Life of Pablo. Got to be in the top 5. Kanye's arguably his second or third best work behind My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Number 4, Kevin Gates, Isla. Where they at? They know me, yeah. No, you're not the only. I could quote that album.
Hey, that was a great time too. We was in Baton Rouge listening to that.
Yes, I know that album by heart, top to bottom. That's I was like, man, perfect debut. For a debut album. Number 3, I got Frank Ocean, Blonde. Hard to not give it number 1, but Frank Ocean, Blonde. If I had to pick a song out there, it'd probably be Godspeed, I guess, is like one I go to. Or White Ferrari for sure. Number 2, Travis Scott, Birds. Not his best album, but definitely his second best. And I'm going First Take on it. You feel me? Featuring Bryson Tiller. That's my favorite track out there.
You could look, bro.
And last but not least, I didn't have this album yet till I had to put this album on number 1. I listened to it recently on repeat while I was sleeping. And I woke up to it. Rihanna, Anti. Top. I love that album. I went to the concert for this album. And Travis Scott was there too on that concert. I guess that might be why, but it's my vibe. And Kiss It Better and all the other bangers on there. So shout out to Rihanna. We need some more music, baby. Queen.
Nah, the music she putting out all on women's faces. It's called Fenty.
Draws.
Job close too.
And Derek said that's Travis Scott's second best album. Yeah, he said album. That's why I made a face. I thought he was talking about projects in general. He said album. Had a clarification.
I mean, Astroworld is the best project.
It's not. I mean, it's not, but you can think that. I'm taking days for rodeo.
What changed? What changed with you, Bruce? I don't know. Like, what happened to make you think that Astro?
I don't know.
It's between Astro and Birds. That's
some real
Not here days before rodeo.
Bro, Bruiser, when you first heard Astro, when Drake said Astro, when you first heard it, what did you?
Yeah, that's. I thought, wow, this is his best album, but not his best project. That's what I thought.
So when you heard the beat change, you didn't be like, oh my god, you know, it was like.
Did you see the doc? Like, did he put the most?
Yes, I watched the doc.
Bruh, you went to this concert twice.
Exactly, went to the concert twice.
And he performed songs off of Days Before Rodeo too.
Bruiser, but you gotta understand, like,
Bruce, you had that as one of your most
Yeah.
favorite.
Bruiser, you listen. I hear you listen to Coffee Bean more than anything from him.
Bean, boy, that.
Probably means hard. I ain't saying like the songs. Yeah, like I'm saying that. I said it's trash. Yo, but y'all, you can't downplay Days Before Rodeo though.
Black dude. That
Dun, dun.
All I'm saying is you can't downplay Days Before Rodeo. Coffee Bean, this is his best outro. I said that. Yeah, that's his best outro.
But Yosemite, bro, Astro Thunder, bro, Houston Fornication.
Bro, I can name songs too. Skyfall, Don't Play.
Bro,
This has made me want to cry.
Yeah, y'all might need to call it a podcast because y'all acting like JB now.
This has made me want to cry.
Stargazing, Astral Thunder. This is how Jalen be. Oh, rest in peace, Screw, bro.
Hey,
He said he don't like that album, but he ain't gonna have no choice next week. That's all I'm playing. When we go
Star-
out there.
if we're being honest, Stargazing is his third best intro.
Best intro.
His third best intro.
I don't think it's his best.
It's not his best. The Ends is better than Stargazing.
What's the other one? What else you got above it?
And I have the prayer before Stargazing.
I don't know. I might be biased though, cause like I went to the concert twice, so like
I did too.
intro he played Stargazing when he came out, and like bro, like we were just sitting there just talking, like bro, it was like oh my god, like we just going crazy, bro. Like yes, he's here, like.
And that is, I think Stargazing is his worst intro.
yeah, I think so too. I like
Wait,
pornography.
I like
you like
pornography.
pornography over it? Ooh, I can't say that.
I like pornography on Stargazing.
I can't say pornography better than pornography is hard
Get
though.
to the end. This part. When it picks up after
I will say the second half of Stargazing is the worst part of it. It just don't hit for me when he starts song back.
Some days I ain't got
because Al Farrell, I don't know y'all ever heard Meadow Creek is a good intro too. That was also a good intro.
But I don't count that because it's just like it's not music, you know what I'm saying? It's just intro.
99. Come on, bro.
But if it-
Bring it back. It was a solo fate.
did you not hear the ends, Damon? Do you know what Andre 3000 is talking
I'm
about?
not
on
gonna
the
disrespect Stargazing like that. Stargazing, dude.
If
You
it's
said you
so
don't like
good,
the second half, bro?
like that.
You don't like this part?
I said it's cool. I said it's
Bro,
the
he
thord best.
walked
I
that.
said it's the
You
third.
walked the second half.
I
The
said the first half
is
better.
second
I like the first half.
Oh, my shit's in that, or like injuries or something like that.
All
Yeah,
right,
he-
all right. I got the stage diving up the. All right. That jump.
Like I said, it's his third best intro. That's all I said.
The ends is pretty far, but I don't know. It just might be what I like.
Pornography. I don't know how y'all don't like pornography though.
Nah, it's not.
Y'all
Like the
don't like
first
pornography
half,
at
like,
all?
so like
I feel like oh my, this side should have been an intro. Pornography could have just been left off, but that's just.
That's why Rodeo Night is best project to me because he got a lot of songs that shouldn't have been on there.
Facts.
Like
Wasted, like I be flying high.
I hate flying high, but wasted.
Wasted?
I didn't like I didn't like
Bruce, you
Wasted.
don't get drunk. We
I
gonna
ain't
play
got-
wasted when you get drunk for your 21st, Bruce. You gotta get drunk and listen to wasted.
Wasted.
And Piss on My Grave should not have been on there as
This on my
well.
grade's not good.
It's horrible. He literally used that for like the interlude song.
The beat is fire though. The beat is fire though.
The beat is spot, but he uses it. Yeah, it is at his concert. He uses it as a interlude between
a transition point. Like, oh yeah, y'all go get this. We're gonna play this.
Yeah.
The beat is hard.
I gotta get it. I'm about to go take a shot. Play this while I go take a shot so I can come back lit.
And Birds has no misses, but it's just not like there's not like a standout song on there that's like transcendent, if that makes sense.
You right. It's like because the single was Goosebumps, but I don't like Goosebumps. And
I'm sorry?
I think Bryson
I
Walker.
don't like them. Goosebumps and Pick Up the Phone are good songs, but they're so overplayed.
Bryson did walk first take, John.
I'm
He did.
sorry. So Beeves in the Trap is not a breakthrough.
No.
Beeves in the Trap. Beats in the Trap, SDP, sweet. Come on, bro.
I didn't like SDP.
If I had to pick the
I'm on
song,
record saying that I don't like SDP.
Didn't he play like
again, Bruiser don't
14 times in a row?
inebriated. That's why when he gets it, we're gonna play these songs. All the songs he says that he don't like, we're gonna play when he's.
Because you never drove back from downtown and inebriated listening
Inebriated.
Hey,
I want y'all to think about this.
For Bruiser's birthday party, we going to Vegas, and that's his birthday. His birthday the 20th. We're going out there the 19th to the 22nd, and we're gonna play a lot of this Travis that he say he
I'm
don't.
gonna go to Vegas for a lot. Then I'm going to Vegas for my birthday.
Run it back, Turbo.
Damn, where my invite at?
But if I had to pick a transcendent song, Brew, you're not gonna be old enough anyway yet. And
I am.
I know I'm talking about Bruiser. If I had to pick a transcendent song to me, though, for real, that should have been like more push is that Coordinate. Roll up the round.
Coordinate was hard.
I feel like that song should have got way more.
Y'all, look, listen to me. Y'all understand like how under the influence Travis's like
all the time
crowd has to be when he played Goosebumps 14 times in a row, and like the last time he played it was like the first time he played it.
Nah,
He did break a record like that.
I'd like
He played it 14 times in a row one time.
you try to break Kanye and Jay-Z record with in Paris. I'd like to cut that off, bro.
I think we legitimately need to have a conversation about Guidance being Travis' most slept on song.
I can't agree with that. That is a great
His song though.
It's a good song, but I feel like First Take is more slept on than that. You never hear nobody talk about First Take. What's up? Like, I'd be like, First Take is one of Travis' best songs. Like,
First Take for me is easily the best song on this project.
Yeah, it is to me.
I thought so too. I was like, how could you hear this and be like, cut it off?
First
I know
Take.
it's slower
Turn it up.
I know it's slower than everything else, but if you listen to like the production and the words, it's like, oh, they actually
They don't
tried.
even have a star on Apple Music, bro. Like, how is
Pick up the phone, Goosebumps and Beeves in the Trap got a star. My favorites is First Take, Coordinate, Sweet, and then Guidance. But I like Sweet because of the way he performs it live, because he changes it up a little bit.
And this will conclude episode 99, JJ Watt of the Pack Life Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We are available to you on the podcast and Spotify. Follow us at Pack Life Pod and Pack Life Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I am joined by Mr. Cut Carter, JC Stewart,
Free talk.
Johnny Mars,
yeah, free wide beat to his backwards.
and Mr. Damon.
Just say goodbye. Thank you.
And I'm your host, Bruiser Carter. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with us. Episode 99. Next week, an official podcast episode will not be released. We will save that for 2 weeks for the 100th episode. We're excited. We're ready, and definitely we will be. What you said?
When is that going to be recorded?
You said?
When is that going to be recorded?
We'll figure that out in the pack chat, and it will be in person. So be on the lookout for that, guys. 4K. Trey. We out of here.
New Pack Life.